I can at the beginning of later. Okay, we are now officially live. I need to set the lighting. That's the only thing that sucks about the YouTube though is it like the Facebook one. It lets you like see yourself before you actually start. YouTube,
Yeah.
it doesn't let you see the camera view until you literally like go live. So that's why I kind of like doing the pre-games. So that way I can at least like make sure that like the fucking like view looks good for anybody that actually is watching it live. The last video I had not edited out the intro yet. Because I don't remember how to fucking do it, dude. Like the one before it I did no problem, and then this one I was like I don't remember like how it was because it was easy as fuck. It was like why can I not find the options to like cut the intro out? Like it was so easy the first time I did it. Like now I can't find the fucking options. It's pissing me off. So like I gotta fucking I'm gonna have to like YouTube another tutorial again just to figure it out. It's fucking stupid. But anyways,
Mm.
um okay, we're gonna go ahead and start it. Anybody watching this again, last episode, if you've already seen it, good for you. I am gonna get around to editing it out the intro, so feel free to check it out. This episode, same thing. I'm gonna edit out the this part of the show in the next couple of days once I figure it out. But if you watch the next couple of days, you'll get to see this part. This is Joe and I's pregame. We are supposed to start the show at 7 o'clock, so I apologize for that. However, we have personal lives. It happens. It's on on a regular basis. What it is. But it's why I also suggest to everybody to subscribe to this podcast. That way you know when we start. That way you don't miss anything. I am going to repeat that because God willing, I figure this shit out. I'm going to edit out this part of it and I'm going to repeat it for the actual intro of the show. So that being said, I think we are good on my end. Let me start. Let me make sure we're actually recording this. I don't want to lose that. 'Cause I do want to keep. I do want to continue making the edits. One more time,
Yeah.
just say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
2003.
No,
What?
say 1,000, 2,000, 3,000.
1,000, 1,000, 1,000.
Right there, you sound perfect. Okay, that 1,000
Yeah.
sounded bad, but the 2,000, 3,000 sounded perfect. That's good. Okay, we're recording on
Yeah.
the audio, recording the video. Okay, okay. Still got my beer, got my bowl. All right, all right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, but depending on where you're listening, this is Don't Be So Sensitive with Joey Max Power. I'm Max Power here, my co-host.
Joey, what's up, motherfucker?
So as usual, guys, we're going to dive right into this. Before we fully get started, I want to remind everybody we do have a website titled don'tbesosensitive.com where you can find all of our episodes, this podcast, our sister podcast, Don't Fear the Queer, my good friend Liz, where we talk about the gay community and gay rights, and our spin-off podcast, Banana Stickers, in which I give you the opportunity to get on the mic, talk about your shit, vent your frustrations. Basically, it's just free therapy. Also, very importantly, guys, subscribe to this channel because unfortunately, Joe and I have lives. We were supposed to start this show at 7 o'clock, and this is not the first time that we've started late. But again, like I said, we have lives. But if you subscribe, you'll know exactly when we start. And within the first few days, you'll still get to see the pregame. Regardless, we never dive right in. We still have to do a pregame. We still got to talk about shit, make sure everything is good. The audio, what the fuck. We give you the opportunity to watch us fuck up before we actually start. We are gonna fuck up in the middle of the show, but in the beginning, the shit that we edit out, that's the most fun. That's the part that not everybody gets to see. So that being said, real quickly, as always, Joey, how the fuck are you doing today?
I'm pretty good. I'm pretty good. Same shit, different day. Just doing what I have fucking normally do every day, or what I've been doing. I sold my truck today.
Oh, you got rid of it, buddy? You sold it?
I sold my truck. Yeah,
Am I allowed to ask you how much you got for it?
I only got a couple of hundred.
Okay, that's not bad.
I mean, the first guy, I had gotten offered. Well, I was trying to sell it, like get like maybe like a grand, maybe 1,200. But the first guy came, he looked at it, this and that, and he was just like, "I'll give you 200." And I was like, and I had other offers, so I just started calling people this and that, and I got somebody that offered me more money. I got about 400.
400, really? That's not bad.
Yeah, well, he gave me 4 because I didn't have the title in hand.
Oh, okay.
The thing is, he was like, you get the title, I'll come back tomorrow and I'll throw you a little bit more money. It was like, because if I sell the whole car, or depending on what I do with it, he was like, he was just going to use it for parts. But
Yeah, that's usually what they
he
do.
was like, that with the title, he can do, it's easier for him to do whatever he's got to do with it.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah, I got the title. It's just at the house. I got to go get it and whatever. Because, you know, I mean, that I was going to come out, but whatever, I don't stay at home anymore. Well, I don't live there no more.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so he was like, yeah, so I'm going to go and get that. And tomorrow he said he's going to give me a couple of more bucks and shit. So that's cool. And this guy, he gave me a good price, like I said, better than everybody else. And he was at the house within 45 minutes.
That's fucking cool.
Yeah, like everybody was like an hour, 2 hours, or call me this and call me that and whatever. And this guy, like I talked to him and he was like, yeah, just give me the address, I go check it out, whatever. And I mean, it was like I lit a cigarette. By the time I finished the cigarette or some shit, he was already there. I was like, oh shit! Like,
well, because
right.
like people that do that, like they do it professionally. Like most likely he's working for somebody else.
He does. Because I remember having a conversation with him. Because I had several conversations with people, but he was like in New Braunfels or some shit, picking up a car. He was gonna come to San Antonio, drop that car off, pick up another car in San Antonio, and take it somewhere else, and then he was gonna come to mine.
Okay.
Yeah. That's all he does all day is fucking pick up cars, drop them off.
Yeah, I remember. Well, I mean, I met a few people in that situation. Like one case is it like. This is just an example, not anybody specifically, but like, you know, somebody that they just drive around, they see cars that are parked and assume that, you know, that car probably is, you know, old. If they're using it, they probably want to get rid of it. And they'll just pull up off of the car, what the fuck, you know, and like, so I got a few offers for my Acura, my fucking, my Honda. I never accepted it only because I was still using the car. I was like, no, like I need the fucking car. I didn't sell it until I finally got my new one. And even then, when I finally did sell it, I mean, I got like less than $200 for it. But my old mentality was like the car was given to me. It was a free fucking car. Sorry for another time, folks. Sorry. And besides that, it was like I was just happy to get rid of it, dude. Because I mean, like it was just taking up space. Like I couldn't even drive it anymore. What?
I didn't get rid of it. Like, I mean, it's still, I have my 22s or 23s.
That's the thing. Like your situation was different. Like your situation was different. I remember you told me like you didn't want to get rid, you didn't want to get rid of your truck. Like you told me like, well, shit, you told me since last year that, you know, that your wife was trying to get rid of the truck and you were like, no, like I don't want to. Like I'm like it's still a good truck.
Yeah.
You know, so I remember that.
And I mean, all I thought looking at whatever and shit to what whatever, because I mean, I'm not a mechanic. I just know how to like change out parts, you know, this and that.
Yeah.
It was only going to cost me like maybe $200 or $300 to fix. But that was just what I was thinking, you know, it's this sensor, that sensor. And I mean, who knows? I don't really know what was wrong with it. It could have been a lot more, you know, because I needed, the radiator was cracked. I needed to change out a coil in the 8-cylinder because the coolant thing was leaking, and I didn't know until later, and it kept burning out my coil, and I couldn't figure out why the fuck it would do it. My coil kept fucking up and this and that. Well, I realized that one of the coolant things that go to the radiator goes over that coil.
Yeah.
And it started leaking. So what I did is I cut it and I fixed it and shit. But that, and then I needed a new radiator. The radiator was cracked. I think my mass airflow sensor was bad, and I can't remember what else. And
see, okay, like everything you're telling me, like it was better to sell that car. You're looking at over $1,000 of repairs alone.
It run me at least 600 in just the parts.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, like everything that you're telling me, like it would cost you over $1,000 to do all that repair, easily.
And then another thing that I noticed the last time I was working on it, they have freeze plugs in the blocks, you know. So like, you know, in case you have water and it freezes, it's supposed to pop that plug before it cracks the block.
That's cool.
Well, I had noticed that the freezer plug was missing.
Oh shit!
I found it. I
I
had
found
there
it.
at the house, but it was missing.
Okay.
So for all I knew, the block, I cracked the block.
Yeah, no shit.
You know, so I mean, I would have been pissed if I fucking replaced the radiator, the fucking
All that
sensors,
shit.
all of that shit.
All that shit, and find out you fucking cracked your engine block.
Yeah. Yeah.
Shit.
So then I'm like, yeah, it's better to just sell it and
Just get rid of
you
it.
know what? I'll get a newer one. I'll get a newer one and shit.
Well, really quickly, let me
You can sleep in it.
see it.
I said I love that truck because you can sleep in it.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Yeah, you told me that. Yeah, you told me you
When I
were
was-
sleeping in it for a while. Yeah, like
I would sleep in my truck.
yeah, you told me you have a place to crash. You was crashing your fucking truck, and it was more comfortable than a couch, so it fucking worked out pretty good.
Well, yeah, no, I had a lot more room because it was a 3-row thing. So I had the third row and I put down the middle row
Yeah.
and it'll be like, it's about the size of a queen size bed and however you get comfortable and shit. And
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, like it worked. Like,
Oh, trust me,
it worked.
I went on plenty of road trips with my family plenty of times. We slept in the fucking the beds of the fucking SUVs and station wagons. I know exactly the layout. You slept very comfortably on those fucking motherfuckers, dude. You would think you would not, but like, nah, dude, it was actually pretty good. I mean, pretty good night's sleep compared to.
Actually really good. And I would stay there when it was cold.
Yeah, fuck it. Oh yeah,
You
of
know?
course.
And it would stay, I would be warm. I stayed warm for the night better than where fucking other places I've been.
Oh yeah.
But but yeah, I thought whatever because the last time I did it, the neighbor called the cops on me.
Oh, that's right. You told me about that shit. That's fucked up. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't fucking wake my grandmother because it was parked in front of her house,
Yeah.
and it was like I think like 12 o'clock, gonna be 1 in the morning and shit. No, it was 11:30. It wasn't 12 yet, but I had missed the last bus to go home, so I was like, I was drunk. Let me just walk over there. It was a 10-minute walk.
Yeah.
So I walked, I got in the truck, and I got comfortable. And well, right when I fucking started to go into that deep sleep, I hear like metal on the window and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, what the fuck? And I saw flashlight, and I was like, when I stuck my head up, I hear SAPD, get out. And I was like,
Shit.
oh, fuck. And I mean, I had shit in my backpack. I had all sorts of stuff, and I was like, God damn it! So I got out, and it was the cop. It was some young guy, a real young cop, and I was talking to him, and he was being an asshole. And I was like, Yeah, I live here. This is my truck. And he was like, Well, they tell you why they're out here and shit. And he was like, I'm out here because I got a call that somebody was breaking into a car and this and that. A truck, and this is the spot. And I was like, yeah, well, I speak with my truck whenever I get drunk or I'm kicked out of my house. Like right now, I sleep in my truck. You know, I was like, this is my grandmother's house, blah, blah, blah. And I go, you want me to go and call her? You know, and he was like, no, stay right here. And I'm like, let me just go and knock on the window and she'll come out. And he's like, no, stay here. He goes, why don't you call her on your phone? I'm like, because my phone's dead. Like, as long as I wouldn't be here if my phone wasn't dead and whatever. And he was just being an asshole. And
Yeah.
so I go to reach for my wallet. And when I do that, he grabs his gun and he's like, keep your hands up or keep your hands where I can see them. And I was like, I didn't stop doing what I was doing. I just, I didn't hesitate. I just kept in the motion, pulled out my wallet. And I was like, here, look at my ID. My ID matches the same address. I was like, this is this and that. And he was like, whatever. He looked at it, and it wasn't until the older cop showed up. They this and that. They talked. The older cop went, knocked on the thing, talked to my grandma, and they were like, no, whatever. So they let me go. But they told me not to do that anymore.
Make it a whole fucking event and shit.
And I was like, you fucking bastard.
Yeah, seriously, like I mean, it was like I don't know, just make it a fucking big old fucking deal. And it's like, dude, like I understand, don't get me wrong, situations like that, it can seem misleading, but it's like from the way you described it, it's like that seems a little excessive. It's like, dude, come on, man. Like it doesn't really seem like he's lying. Like, like I think you're safe. You know what I mean? I don't know, man. Like
What pissed me off is the guy that called the cops. The cops left, and I was talking shit to myself, whatever, getting my shit together out of my truck.
Yeah.
And I can hear someone yelling, talking shit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, fuck this dude, start talking shit back. And we're yelling at each other back and forth. And I'm like, oh, well, fuck you, whatever, and this and that. And I go inside. Well, I come out, and you can hear him. He's still fucking yelling.
No shit.
And I'm like, what the fuck? So I told my grandma, because she was like, I'll give you a ride. I'll give you a ride home. So we're getting in the car, and you can hear the guy yelling. And I'm like, you see, the guy's talking shit. He's the one that called the cops or whatever.
Yeah, most likely.
And so as we're leaving, it's some fucking guy I grew up with.
No shit.
And, we used to play football when we were
Jesus
kids.
Christ.
His parents owned the house across.
It would be somebody. It would be somebody you fucking knew.
Yeah, we pulled up next to him, and he came up to the window talking shit, and my grandma was like, no, whatever, it's my grandson. And I was like, well, what the fuck? And once I saw him, I was like, oh, it's you.
Yeah.
You don't remember me? And apparently he didn't.
Yeah.
And, we were talking shit to each other, and my grandma was telling him, to calm down, whatever, this and that. And I went to shake his hand, my bad. And he was like, he didn't want to. My grandma made him shake my hand. It was funny. It felt like little kids.
Now let's say they're like a little kid. Okay, now shake hands and make up. That's fucking funny. Well, really quickly.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, well, thanks. At least I know somebody's looking out for my grandma's house.
That's good though. Yeah, that's good. That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a good point.
At least I knew she's okay.
That's a good point. Really quickly before we go any further, I just got to get this out of the way. Even though you can see the can clear as day, this episode is not brought to you by Natural Light Beer, bought by Anheuser-Busch. However, it could be. Just throwing it out there. Natural Light. I actually had a little interaction with a Stripes employee today. This is actually a very funny story. I wasn't planning to tell the story, but it just popped in my head right now. Because as I always say, Natural Light, the safer choice. Because I was it was like the middle of the day. It's Sunday fun day. So hey, it's Sunday fun day. I'm gonna buy myself an 8-pack, and I'm selling myself a couple of beers, in between runs, right? And I stopped at Stripes, and the gas station attendant, he's like, "Oh, Natural Light, the good stuff with the hook." And it's funny because like back in the day, like I always laughed at anybody that drink Natural Light because it was like that's like fucking water, What's the point?
Whatever beer, yeah.
See it?
You're drinking that old man beer.
Yeah, it's
like,
why you drink.
Drink.
Yeah, it's like why you drinking Natural Light for? There's no alcohol there. What the fuck? Now, again, understand this is back in the day when we were kids, when like the point of drinking a beer was to get fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like in your college days, you're like like latter high school years. All you want to do is just get fucking wasted. That is the point of drinking. Here's what happens though. Again, I understand that most of our demographic are people that are our age, 35 to 45. So most of you are probably going to nod your heads in the next couple of minutes because the reality is when you get to a certain age, you don't drink beer to get fucked up. You drink a beer because sometimes you just need a fucking beer. That's all there is to it. What was that?
It's not, we're trying to get drunk. We're just trying to take the edge off.
Mm-hmm. Exactly, and it's funny because we've already said this in the show. That's why I say Natural Light, the safer choice, because you can drink a few natties throughout the day and not get a buzz, still be functional, still do what you got to do, fix whatever you're trying to do at the house. So you got to run some errands, no big deal. Now don't get me wrong. You get pulled over, you just had one, 50-50. I'm not encouraging driving while drinking while driving. I'm not encouraging that at all. But I'm saying this: there's a lesser chance of you doing something stupid when you're drinking Natural Light than drinking anything else for that matter. I mean, except for Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra is like less than Natural Light, maybe the equivalent. I don't know. I'm not even sure anymore. But either way, it was funny because the guy made that comment, and I said, what's funny is that I always say, Natural Light is a safer choice, and I threw that plug out there again to the gas station attendant, and I said, to me, you drink Natural Light when it's like you just want a beer, but you still want to be able to do stuff. And he's like, yeah, I get it. Yeah, I totally get it. Yeah, you get it. You understand. Yeah, sometimes you just want a fucking beer, man. I'm not trying to get wasted. I said, I still gotta go out and be an adult, but I really want a fucking beer right now. So guess what? Natural Light. One more time. Natural Light, the safer choice. But also, really quickly, before we go further into the show, I wanted to just throw this out there. I celebrated a birthday this past week. It was actually on Thursday. No, yeah, Thursday. And
Bitch.
was that?
Bitch, I didn't know.
I know.
Birthday, motherfucker.
I know you didn't know. That's why I waited. That's like, you know what? Okay, I'm gonna wait. If we get to the whole if we get to the show and you still doesn't remember, I'm like, hey, by the way, I celebrated a birthday this a couple of days ago.
I have my Facebook and everything, my TikTok back and everything, but I got used to not having it.
Yeah.
So I don't.
You cut off there. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you.
Okay. No, yeah, like being that I didn't have my TikTok, my Facebook, shit like that. I lost that dependency thing, you know, about
check your shows
looking at social media.
Yeah, I know what you mean. No, it's funny because
you know, on fucking TikTok or Facebook, it's just you're just on it just to kill time, not doing anything habitual.
No, it's pretty okay. Well, before we get into that, I do want to talk about that just a second because that actually popped in my head earlier today because I started getting on TikTok again recently. But before I get distracted, sidetrack, better term. The main reason I brought up my birthday was one, yes, it was to hey, by the way, my birthday just passed, fucker. But here's the reason why is because two reasons actually. One, my mother, I love my mom for so many reasons, but when it comes to holidays, like I mean, my mom used to give me gifts on fucking Easter. You know, she still gives Easter, Valentine's. She'll give me like a small little box of chocolates. Me and my sister, Easter, she gives Easter baskets, fucking Christmas, of course. And birthdays, of course. But the cool thing about my mom is that, like me, I'm not very materialistic. So whenever you ask me what I want for any holiday, I always say, you don't gotta give me anything. Whatever if you want to give me something, I will accept it. But I mean, you don't have to give me anything. I'm not gonna be upset or disappointed if I don't get anything. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I grew up in a poor house. I mean, I don't expect shit, but I always got shit, which is great. But it's also why I also appreciated anything I got because it just showed me how much my mom fucking loved me because she always made the effort. And the coolest thing about my mom though is that like she always knows the perfect fucking gift. Okay. Like for Christmas, she'd asked me what I wanted, and I said, I don't really need anything, don't worry about it, blah, blah. So at one point she offered to get me shoes. And I said, you know what? That would be okay. That would be cool. I'll accept that. But I realized, you know what? After a while, like a week went by, and I was like, you know what? My shoes are good. I don't really need new shoes. Don't waste your money on that. I'll think of something else. So she decided to get me a phone instead, which I'm glad, better alternative because I did really, really need a fucking new phone. And the phone that I got is actually a really good, expensive phone. It's gonna like take like one of the phones like it takes you like a couple of years to pay off that kind of shit. So it's a good fucking phone. So I mean, I was very grateful for that. But for my birthday, she still got me a really nice pair of Puma shoes, tennis shoes. And I haven't had Pumas in like fucking 20 years, man. Comfortable as fuck, really good running shoes. I don't run anymore, but I mean, dude, they're good fucking shoes. I know she got them on sale, which is why she got them. Because I mean, she like saw it. It's like, oh shit, they happen to be my size, so it worked out perfectly. But what I really appreciated, was she's got me a whole bunch of T-shirts like this one. I'm gonna stand up and show you the back of it. It's pretty much the same design. You can see that. But the reason why I appreciated that so much, and I apologize to the audience probably wondering what the fuck is it's not just filler, it's not filler. This is the reason why I appreciated it. Because I started doing DoorDash about almost a year ago when I did it before a couple years ago with my old car, and then I stopped doing it because my car, kind of not in great shape. I had to get a regular job, and then I got myself a new car this last year. Started doing DoorDash, was not planning to do it permanently, and now it's basically my career, God willing. Something, that nothing bad happens. And my mom realized that, this is my uniform, is just T-shirts and sweatpants. I wear sweatpants because I'm in my car all the time. I live in the valley. It gets hot. It's gross. You get all musty down there. Trust me, you don't want to be wearing jeans all fucking day, sweating. It's disgusting. Believe me. Okay, sweatpants, it breathes. It's more comfortable. It works out better. At the same time, though, T-shirts. I like clever T-shirts. This one show I used to watch, fucking Lucifer, is one character, Lopez. I can't remember her first name. She'd always wear these clever T-shirts. She always had a different T-shirt in every single episode. And so I thought to myself, man, that'd be a cool gimmick for the show. My mom got me a whole bunch of clever T-shirts, as my birthday
Yeah.
gift, and she even told me this made my fucking day. I'm not gonna lie. This is the best. This is the highlight of the gift exchange. When she said, "Yeah, I wanted to get you some more work shirts," and I was like, "Oh, thank you," because that means you actually accept this. That this is my job. This is what I've chosen to do.
Yeah.
This is not me just being a hobo. Oh, I'm just gonna do this because it's easy. No, like she understands. No, I've taken this very seriously. I've kept my bills in check. I've been paying her off, for the loan for the car. I've been comfortable with all my shit. I've handled my shit doing this gig. And I know for a fact in the beginning she was like, remember when I was first paying her off for the car, she at one point said, I know you're not making that much money right now. I said, no, I'm okay. So I'll give you a payment this month.
Yeah.
But and up to now, and I was telling Ray the other day, he was crazy. A year ago, I was working in a dish pit. I had just quit Corner Bakery and I started working at La Costa. I had about $600 in my bank account and I had my busted ass fucking car. I had all this, shit going on. Now, I have a brand new fucking phone. I have a decent fucking wardrobe. I got brand new fucking shoes. I have a car that's paid for. It's mine, belongs to me. I have money in my bank account. I have money all spread all over the place. I have money in my savings that I'm still paying off. Like in less than a year, I've totally flipped my shit. And the reason I'm bringing it up is because like this is one thing I try to remind people. I had breakfast with my mom this yesterday.
Yeah.
And just for my birthday, she was wanting to just go out to eat somewhere. And we were sitting, we were talking. It's crazy, the way I was from growing up and as a child up to now, the way I perceive the world is I understand that there are some shitty people in the world, but they're still people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's like one thing that I realized, every day really is a fucking gift. I really do appreciate everything that I have, everything. You know, and it's just funny, the reason the reason I bring up the birthday thing is that because I've said this in the past, and I know I'm gonna rant. I apologize to the audience, and I apologize to you, Joey. Trust me, there is a point to this. Um, Growing up, as I've stated, I grew up with society's influences, right? And for the longest time, after my got into my 20s, I became one of those people that would dread their birthdays. When your birthday was coming up, and people like, "Happy birthday!" Oh, don't remind me. Oh, and you know what I'm saying? They always have a scowl on their face. They get mad. They get all
Yeah.
set in their birthdays, and I never understood why. To this day, I really don't understand why. But I would do that.
Yeah.
I would do that. I would be that person when people would say, "Hey, happy birthday." I'm like, "Oh God, don't remember." But here's the thing, though. I actually had no reason to be upset about it being my birthday. I really didn't. I just did it because say again?
You would say just to say it.
Yeah, I would pretend like it was a shitty day because everybody else always did it before me. So I just acted like that was just the way to react to it.
Oh, you're trying to be the cool guy,
Exactly. But here's the reality. Here's the reality is I've always loved my birthday because hey, I survived another year. I'm still here. Fuck yeah, dude, this is a great fucking day. I'm alive. One more year. Hope it happens again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's crazy because
Same thing. I was the one that same thing. My birthday. Who cares? Who whatever. But then I get mad because nobody told me happy birthday.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody did that for my birthday, so I would get upset.
I'm not gonna lie, it was funny. It was funny. The last thing I want to say about that, I'll let you take the mic. Was that I made it a point because I did post something on my Facebook a little bit after midnight. It was a image I made of myself with of course the lion avatar, but like a black and gray mane, looking at myself in the mirror, at a younger image of me in the mirror. And I don't know anyone on my Facebook caught that reference because if you look in the mirror, the image does actually look younger because the mane is actually dark brown, not black and gray, which is basically what the program did. I actually kind of like the way it looked, but the caption was happy anniversary to me, happy to be here one more year. And of course, I getting all these comments and happy birthday, what the fuck, right? And then the next day, I posted up something, saying, thank you to everybody, even if it required Facebook to remind you that it was my birthday. Thank you anyway, because I appreciate it. Because because I ignore everybody's birthday. For the record, by the way, I'm an asshole like that. I do.
Yeah.
I do. I ignore everybody's birthday that pops up on my Facebook. If I remember your birthday, which is rare, I don't remember anybody's birthday. For the record, anybody's. I don't remember anybody's birthday. Like there's a few people, only a few. But
Yeah.
if it takes Facebook for me to know it's your birthday, there's a high probability you're not gonna get a happy birthday from me. Just saying.
Yeah.
Because I didn't remember, and to me it's not genuine. It's not genuine. It's like, no, I'm not gonna tell them. It's like I didn't remember, so I'm not gonna fucking be a dick like that.
Well, I'm also one of those petty assholes that if you didn't tell me happy birthday, well, I tell everybody happy birthday at least once, but then if nobody returns it, it's like, you know what? I don't forget.
It was fucked up. It was fucked up. I totally get that because I'm the same way. When I remember somebody's birthday and they don't remember mine, I'm like, fuck you, man. I remembered yours, asshole. I do the same thing. It's fucked up. I've done that too. I've done that too.
Right? Like, I made an effort to tell you happy birthday and you fucking bitch ass didn't. You know, fuck you. Some people I just stopped talking to after that. You know, you like and you tell other shit, and then after that, I just share their shit if I like it. I don't even like it. I don't comment. I don't do anything anymore. They're just how do you say space on my fucking timeline.
That's fucking funny, dude. No, because I mean,
Yeah.
I know it's petty, and but I have done that too. Like I'll actually get offended, and I won't say anything. I won't tell them, hey, by the way, my birthday just passed. Like I just live with that thought, like, man, I remember your birthday, but you remember mine. What a dick, bro! Like what the fuck, dude? Like I mean, obviously I don't matter that much to you. You know what I mean? Like I took you out for drinks that night, motherfucker. You don't remember that shit?
Right?
Sorry, I had to wander away from the mic. I don't know if did you hear me all right? I had to pee really quick.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, cool. I hope the recording got that.
So now I can see you.
Was that?
I turned on the light so now I can see you.
Are
About like a 2 or 3 second lag.
Oh, you're watching the show? Okay, badass.
Yeah.
But what's it called? But yeah, that's all I want to say about birthdays, though. But it's just funny. But sorry. But the last thing was about birthdays. It's just funny because, like I said, like I used to take it from the influence of other people not caring about their birthdays, and then there's the Patton Oswalt rant about birthdays. How like after 21, every 10 years, 30, 40, 50. You know what I mean? But in between, it's like, yeah, fuck that. What?
I like to do 5.
Well, that's right. You told me that once. That's right. You told me that.
I mean, 21, 30, 35, 40, 45.
Yeah, and
no. The life expectancy, your shit starts getting lower. So,
well, and it's like, the crazy, the crazy thing about that, though, and I agree with you, but something happened, as it always does. As I get older, more people start dying. And that my body count continues to go up. I mean, like before I knew you, my body count was already pretty high. In the time that I've known you, it's gotten up pretty higher, which is crazy because I haven't known you that long. So because of that, and that's actuality, here's the crazy part. It was actually in that time span that I realized, you know what? Every year you gotta celebrate your goddamn birthday. You know why? Because what the fuck, man? You survive one more year. Fuck if it's 32. Fuck if it's 43. Fuck if it's 29. It's your fucking birthday. You survived one more fucking year. That is a fucking celebration, motherfucker. You made it. God bless you. Make it one more. Let's see what happens. Roll the dice. As I always say, roll the dice. Come on, 7, because you never know. You might. No. Oh, that was the main thing too. In the not the caption for the image, the caption that I put on my Facebook. I said no. Actually, I think it wasn't the image. It's happy anniversary to me. I hope to see this memory a year from now. And I meant that. I hope to see this memory a year from now because I might not. You never know. I might be dead. I mean, I'm healthy. Right. I'm okay. I'm doing good. I'm good. I'm not sick. But a year from now, anything can happen. You never fucking know.
Mm-hmm.
You never fucking know.
Who knows?
You know, don't get me wrong. I'm not wishing ill upon myself ever, but I mean, shit, I've lost a lot of friends that was not natural causes, not illnesses, not they got cancer, God forbid, or anything else horrible. Sometimes shit just happens. I've lost a lot of friends due to fucking car accidents. Friends and family alike, just due to car accidents. And that alone fucks with me because most of the time they were really fucking young. Really fucking young. The youngest one so far was fucking Israel. It was a motorcycle accident. It was a not last. No, actually, no, it was last year. It was the beginning of last year, as a matter of fact. It was the beginning of last year.
Yeah.
Motorcycle accident. He was 24 years old. For those that are new listeners, 24 years old. And anytime I hear a song by the rapper NF, I always think of him, and it makes me sad because he was supposed to go see him that year for his 25th birthday that summer. And he died in January in a motorcycle accident. I'm assuming coming home from work, and it broke my heart because I was like, dude, he was a fucking kid. He never got to see his fucking favorite rapper. Like, he didn't even make it to 25. It's like, wow, just like that.
Yeah.
In an instant, gone. Not in an instant. No, and that's the worst part. Is that he didn't die at the scene. Like, I mean, they first responders got there, took him to the hospital, but right off the bat, my boss is the one that told me that it happened, and her first thing she told me was like, they said it doesn't look good. And I was like, fuck. And then like a couple of days later, we got the news, and it was like, damn, dude. Like he was just a fucking kid. And I still remember him telling me, it was funny, because what happened was the only reason I knew that about the concert was that I had my Pandora on shuffle, and I have NF on my Pandora radio. And it came, and one of his tracks came on. He's like, "Oh shit, you listen to NF?" I was like, "Yeah." And he showed me his tattoo. He actually has an NF tattoo on his wrist. And I said, "Man, I had seen that, and I'd wondered if that was what it was represented. I mean, it could just be just initials NF, or is it actually the rapper?" And I said, "Oh yeah, he's my favorite fucking rapper. I'm actually gonna go see him for my birthday this summer." I'm like, "Oh, that's fucking badass." So next summer as well, that's fucking badass. A couple months later, accident happens. So now, of course, every time I hear NF, I'm like, "Fuck, dude, he never got to that fucking show."
Yeah.
That fucking sucks.
That fucking show.
It breaks my heart, dude. It breaks my fucking heart. So again, folks, again, you never fucking know. I mean, that's why now I celebrate every fucking year. But I forgot to clarify this though. Even though I still do it, I do not like to say happy birthday. I prefer to say happy anniversary, because in the words of Prince, you only get one birthday, the day you're born. That's it. One birthday. I tell everybody after that, and branching off from that, I say, you get an anniversary of the day you were born. So I say happy anniversary. So Thursday was my 33rd anniversary of the day I was born. I've survived this fucking planet. I've survived on this planet for 33 goddamn years, and I'm not gonna lie, I am very, very proud and happy to say it. Because let me be honest, I did not think I was gonna make it even half this fucking far. To be honest, man, shit. I am very fucking grateful. 43. I wish 33. Shit, my bad. 43.
I was like, did you just say 33?
Sorry, my bad. 43. I wish it was 30.
I was like, oh, we're getting that old. We're going to start getting 10 years off.
No shit. Goddamn. No, hey, God bless you. I don't look that old. I mean, if I do, please tell me in the comments. I don't give a shit. Let me know. Hey, by the way, if I'm lying to myself, I look like shit. Hey, let me know, dude. I mean, I'll save some money up, man. Get some fucking Botox. I am very, very vain. I do not want to look my age. I'm not one of those people who are like fucking Linda Hamilton or Cameron Diaz. Oh, I don't mind aging, bitch. Fuck you. It's because you can't find work. You can't find work. You can't afford the fucking surgery. So shut the fuck up. Stop lying. No, that's not really true. I don't know.
You can't afford the baby blood, so
say it.
You can't afford the baby blood.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's legit.
That's what people were thinking, like the celebrities and the politicians and everybody and shit. That it was something about Illuminati and the whatever shit.
Okay, do me a favor. Repeat that. You sound a little muffled. I made out what you were saying. You sound a little muffled.
Oh, about the whole shit, like the Illuminati and the fucking, and what they do, like they kill.
Oh yeah. I remember that. I remember those rumors. Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean,
aging because Epstein's gone.
Yeah, Dude, oh my god, okay, okay. Oh my god. I'm so glad. Perfect. Thank you, Joey. I don't know if that was on purpose or not, but perfect fucking segue. Let's talk about some real shit. We've already broken the ice a little bit. We talked about some personal shit. Let's get down to business now. 'Cause I was waiting for the opportunity. Thank you. That was perfect. Let's talk about Jeffrey fucking Epstein files, because I keep on seeing a whole bunch of shit. And by the way, I'm only on one fucking social media platform for the most part, is Facebook. That's it. TikTok, I've been kind of like getting back on there a little bit, but most of the videos that I get, mostly the depressing shit about guys that deal with depression. So it's very little politics. Now, my Facebook, I've been on it for a lot longer, so I get a lot of different shit. I've been getting flooded with fucking Epstein file videos and photos and pictures and articles and blah 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 blah. But here's the one thing that I'm not seeing is fucking results. I don't see any convictions. I don't see any arrests. I don't see any accusations. I don't see anybody saying they're doing anything about it. I'm just seeing, hey, guess what? Hey, guess what? Okay, but and then, and then,
Mhm.
and then,
And this person, or this person, and this person, and this person, it's like, okay. And then?
and what?
Exactly.
And what?
Is anybody getting arrested? Were they detained? Are they being questioned? Have they contacted the lawyer? Like, the way everything looks is everybody's just, man.
I mean, here's the funny thing about it. The very first episode, to any new listeners, the very first episode Joey and I recorded of Don't Be So Sensitive in Joey's backyard at a fucking picnic bench. We started the show talking about Jeffrey Epstein not killing himself. Because let's be honest, we all know he didn't do it. And now, coming on to 7 years later, I mean, still nothing. And we're seeing all these reports, about, and the latest one that I saw was about Trump, of course. And we'll get to him in a minute. Trust me, I have plenty to say about him. But again, like I don't give a shit whose name pops up. My main concern is like, okay, yes, that's great, but I'm still waiting for something to happen, because again, 7 goddamn years, and it popped up on a post on my Facebook. I can't remember what it was specifically about. But it's okay, that's great and everything. I commented, it's best, great and everything. I'm getting really good at trolling, by the way. I'll bring that up also in a minute. That's great and everything, but 7 years later, what's being done about it? And somebody comment, oh, it's been going on longer than 7 years. Says, no. I understand that. 7 years since Epstein, quote unquote, didn't kill himself. I literally put it that way. Epstein didn't kill himself. I know, because that was the first topic we talked about on our podcast. # Don't Be So Sensitive. I've been dropping plugs on our podcast left and right, by the way. So I've had a lot of free time. So I've been going on social media more. I've been like trolling like certain articles where the fuck it's been spotting, and it's cool because I'm not being a dick like I usually am. I'm not trying to like stir the pot. I find like articles that pop in my feed, and I comment shit that's actually like responsive and says like, well, have you thought about this? And I get comments back and I respond back intellectually instead of annoyingly. And it's funny because it stirs up little debates. And for the most part, I've been winning. And I say for the most part because sometimes they drop off, but they still see my side. They're like, oh, that's a good point. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? That's what was really bugging me right now. Is it, back to the Epstein thing? Is it like again, everybody's talking about how this and this, these names are coming up, but I mean, I'm not seeing anything be done about it. To me, it's just another form of misdirection. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you?
Yep.
Okay, okay. Let me ask you though. Like, what have you heard so far about it? I mean, do you? I mean, as far as any updates goes, like, what have you heard? Any recent events?
Nothing really. Just that. I mean, when I do hear about it, it's just that they're still back and forth. That some people want some people are asking for the fucking information, and then they're like, the other side is like, we already gave you the information, and they were like, no, you didn't give us all of it. We want all of it, and it's like this and that, and they're like, well, we gotta make sure, and it's like, what do you gotta make sure? Just give it out there, and it's just a bunch of back and forth.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying, and again, that's why I say
there's, I mean, the only one that has been convicted or arrested or anything from it is that what is it, Christine Maxwell or something Maxwell or whatever.
Here's
He's the only one that's been arrested from the Epstein thing that I'm aware of that's been arrested and is doing time or has done time. Because I hear something about that they're trying to whatever to get her out because she's not a problem, but she complains a lot. Like that's the whatever with her being in jail. Like she always has complaints. I think she's been transferred already because she just keeps complaining and complaining and complaining.
Yeah.
And I think the whole whatever thing is that she's just gonna try to complain until they're gonna be like, you know what? Well, we're just gonna fucking let you out and you'll just be on house arrest. But
yeah, no, it doesn't work. No, it doesn't work that way.
Then that's just like money or connections because of, you know, I said it before on another podcast that I mean her dad, who is a fucking
Yeah, in that case, yeah.
Is high up there in Israel and shit, and apparently he was a double agent or he was a spy back in the day.
Okay.
I think like during the Cold War and shit.
No shit. Like, well, because my whole thing is like to be honest. Okay, here's the reality, and don't get me wrong, I don't know this. I've never worked in Congress or for Congress or anything along those lines. This is just based on just common sense. Here's the reality. Those files exist. There are higher ups that know they exist. They have them. They don't want to quote unquote release them. But here's the funny thing about that. That's not even the important part. The fact of the matter is they have them means that you've looked at them. That means you know these people have done these horrific crimes. I don't give a fuck who you release the information to. The reality is you know that it happened. You're not doing anything about it. That is the issue here. That's the issue. We already know it happened. There's no denial. Everybody knows the Epstein files exist. The Epstein files is become a term because we know these horrific acts happen. That means if Epstein files exist, that means that we know what the fuck happened. That means the people that have those files know who was involved in those actions that happened, but they are not doing anything about it. And here's a weird question is, why the fuck not? If you already know who was involved, why are you not doing anything? All you're doing is saying, hey, by the way, we know who did it. Okay, cool. And what are you gonna do about it? We know who did it, but you didn't answer the question. We know who did it. We know who did it. Wait, well, no. You didn't hear me. You didn't hear me. We know who did it. We don't. No, we're not listening. You're not listening. Like that's what it feels like. What?
The repercussions will be too big. There's probably too many people, too much shit that if they were to release or they were to do anything like that, our whole fucking shit would just fucking fall apart.
Now,
because I bet you there's fucking influencer people, fucking like celebrities, fucking actors, fucking athletes, whatever kind of shit, politicians, fucking all sorts of fucking people on that.
Everybody.
list.
I know. And man, I was thinking that today.
Our fucking country, like
I was thinking that today because I saw a post on there that mentioned about the MC files, and somebody said something on about saying how like, oh, you know, a lot of Dems, you know, are gonna get fucking, you know, prosecuted, and then I comment on there. I think a lot of everybody is going to get prosecuted on all scales. Every person that's every person that's a millionaire is a possibility of being on that fucking list. And it doesn't matter what side of the fucking, you know, red or blue you're on. There's people from all. If you were a millionaire during the time period that shit was going on, it's a 50-50 chance that you're on that fucking list. Whether you participated in the acts that occurred or not, it doesn't matter.
It's a tax bracket.
Mm-hmm.
It's the whole list of those people. It's a certain tax bracket, and yeah.
Here's my theory. Here's my theory of what they're trying to do. Which, by the way, and I know for a fact that some government officials, not officials, but I mean like people that like, you know, FBI, CIA, all you motherfuckers out there, you're welcome, by the way, because I know for a fact you find this shit entertaining. Because at least y'all can relate to our shit. Y'all are regular people like us.
That's why we don't use Facebook no more. Because remember, once we start talking about shit like this, we get cut off.
I know. But real quick. Again, this to all of the federal agencies that are watching this, listen to this, whether it be now or later. I'm gonna give you all a quick tip, and you can pass this along to whoever makes the decision. It's not gonna work. Okay. Joey and I, again, you've already heard it. I've literally said it like several times just in this episode alone. Joey and I have been talking about this for the past 7 years, and we're not the only ones. We're not going to forget this shit happened. We're going to keep on bringing it up until you fucking do something about it. So stop ignoring it and making us think that eventually it's going to get swept under the rug. We're not going to forget. There were children involved, motherfucker. There were fucking children involved. I don't give a fuck what walk of life you are, what race you are, what nationality you are. I don't give a shit, dude. 99% of everybody does not like crimes against children. Yes, I know there's that 1%, but guess what? We don't need those motherfuckers. They don't need to be here. 99% of the population of the planet does not like crimes against children, especially sexual crimes. So y'all can say we got something on the list, we're doing something about it, but until we actually see anything take place, we're not going to drop it. It's never going to happen. We have dropped so many other subjects. We've dropped racism. We've dropped fucking homophobia. We've dropped this whole fucking transgender movement bullshit. We dropped the whole fucking PC culture. Can't say this, can't say that. Everybody is not talking about any of that shit anymore. You notice that? The only thing, the biggest concern that we have is the Epstein files. You know why? Because you're not doing anything about it. And if that is your biggest distraction, guess what? That's fine. Because there's enough influence out there that are still talking about all of that other shit at the same time. They're not going to stop talking about that shit. But either way, enough of us are still going to be focused on the goddamn Epstein files at the same time. You know why? Because that's number one on our list. Show me something. Show us something. Show me anybody get arrested. Tom Hanks, Leonardo DiCaprio, any motherfuckers, people that I fucking love watching in cinema. Now I'm like, oh, that piece of shit. Fuck. Let me ask you that really quick question. I'm curious about this. And then I know I kind of want to not change subjects, but like change the gears a little bit. Let me ask you this question. I was curious about this. Are there any celebrities that in the brink of all this shit that you personally have boycotted? That you're like, you know what? I don't support them anymore. I don't watch them. I don't listen to them anymore. Like anything they say, I'm like, fuck off. I'm just curious. I mean, I can think of one, but only one that stands out. But I'm kind of curious if it's affected you in any way, like any celebrity that you really appreciate, like, oh man, that guy too, or that girl too.
Not in really general, because some of the people that whatever, like, I don't even pay attention to them anymore.
Yeah.
And shit. And it's not like boycotting or whatever or anything. And if there's somebody that whatever, it's because I've never liked them to begin with. So it's just another reason to not like them. But really, I don't really have anybody that I can think of off the top of my head that I heard. Besides what to call it, because I don't know, for some reason I just feel he's full of shit. Jimmy Kimmel.
I do too.
But
I do too.
When he left the Man Show, that was it. I stopped giving him time. Because like he used to be, remember the Man Show?
Yeah, I used to love that show. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's where I remember him starting. He was on the Man Show with that other guy, and he went off.
Excuse me, sorry. That was actually, I apologize.
I don't even know what the fuck happened to him. And yeah, so fucking after he left the Man Show, I was like, bah, this guy, what is it? This guy sold out. So I stopped remembering shit.
No,
I think I've only seen like a few of his, like the show that he does, like the talk show, whatever. I've only probably seen a few episodes, and that was when I was in like my talk show fucking whatever thing that I would stay up to watch fucking. The one I liked was the fucking Scottish guy. Fuck, what's his name?
Conan O'Brien?
No.
Is he Scottish? No, is he Scottish? I think he's Irish, actually.
An Irish. Is it Irish, Scottish?
I think
he has an accent.
Oh, shit. Okay, I know who you're talking about. I can't remember his fucking name. Shit. I know who you're talking about. Fuck. I no, I don't know his name.
Uh,
I don't know. I know who you're talking about, but I don't know his name. No, go ahead and continue though. 'Cause I do know who you're talking about. I know who you're talking about.
yeah,
I can't remember his name.
yeah, like I really like watching.
No, he's smart. He's a very smart comic. I've caught his clips of his show before. You still there? Lost Joy. If you can hear me, say something. Hello, hello.
Oh, I'm sorry, my phone fucking jumped. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, now I can hear you.
Okay, that's weird. It's whenever I jump off the app, my fucking phone starts acting up.
That's weird.
What is it? Craig Ferguson.
Oh, get there. You go. Yes, thank you. Okay, yeah. See, I'm again. That yeah. See, I never would have gotten that name. I remember. And again, I was right. I do know who you're talking about.
Yeah, I like his show, so I would watch everybody else's just to if I was early or whatever and shit. But yeah, it was just a little phase. I had a talk show phase because I found it, entertaining. It was the lead up to like the stand up kind of shit, whatever thing. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Um.
but he was my favorite talk show host. Him and of course Letterman and the classics.
Well, it's funny. Like I've never really been in talk shows. Like ever really for the most part. I mean, I've caught a few. I watched a few when I was living in San Antonio. I got kind of into a few only because of the people that I was staying with. I started watching The View for a little bit. This is before it got retarded. I can't watch it now. Now it just if I mean I don't know. It's been you're breaking up real bad. Say everything you said again. You're breaking up real bad.
Oh, that's what got me to my talk show phase was because of my roommate.
One more time. I heard it, but barely.
My roommate.
You said
That's what got me into my talk show phase.
you said I can hear you. Be sound real marbled.
Oh shit. That's what got me into watching the talk shows was my roommates who watched the talk shows.
I can hear you, but the
So-
phone sounds fucked up still.
Sorry, what the fuck is wrong with my phone?
Yeah, I can hear you. Like you're coming out, but it sounds all like jarbled. Like I said, marbled a minute ago. I said jarbled. Like it's like all. It sounds like.
And then I got gone mouth because I just
Now you sound good.
smoked a joint. Yeah, because I took you off a speaker. You've been speaker.
That's what it was. Okay, now you sound good. Okay, say all that again.
All right.
The-
But
the
yeah,
talk-
the only reason I started watching talk shows was because of my roommate.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of what happened. So I mean, again, and nowadays, and this is like the daytime talk shows, like the late nights. I never really got into. Ray is a huge Conan
everybody
fan.
was Insomniac, so
Yeah, I mean, I am too. But again, I am too. But and like I said, I never got into late night shows. I preferred sitcoms. When I couldn't sleep at night. Now I don't know.
That's how I found out about TMZ.
That's funny. Now like, when I hang out with Ray, it's I mean it's not every time, but like he watches shows like fucking Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel, Conan O'Brien. He follows he has like several like podcasts going on right now.
Yeah.
Kimmel is one that Ray's a big fan of, and he'll show me some of his monologues. The monologues he shows me is always when it's him like bashing Trump, and there's a reason why I bring that up. We're gonna get back to that. We're gonna circle back to that in just a second. And the other ones are like a specific celebrity that it has on the show. He said, "Oh man, he had this interview with such and such person. I know you'd appreciate it. You gotta check it out." And those are the ones that I'll watch. That's it. Now, do I support Jimmy Kimmel? Not really. I don't boycott him. I'll watch him. I'll watch his show, but I am very sure that he's on that fucking list also.
Well, I heard he was.
Exactly. That was one thing. One, I heard he was. No, that's just what I heard. It's rumor. Okay, yeah, not confirmed. Like I said, nothing's been confirmed yet. We're still waiting. But based on the fact that there were so many different names on that list on different sides, but one thing they all had in common, they were all rich motherfuckers that thought they were untouchable. I still keep it in the air. Yeah, I mean, he might be. So I leave it in the air. However, another reason why I do think that he probably is on that list is because he loves to bash Donald Trump on his show. For the record, I love the way he does it. He's fucking brilliant at it. I mean, it's fucking, I laugh my ass off every single time. I cannot stand Donald Trump. Okay. I've never supported any politician, for the record. On this, in this portion, I think I can speak on both Joey and I's behalf. That every politician we've had since we've been born, they've all been pieces of shit. They have never cared about any of us ever, never have, never will. But Donald Trump, by far, is probably the worst president we've ever had in the history of the United States of America. Joey, do you agree?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
So
Now far he's just been way overstepping.
Now, before we talk about Trump, because we're about to right now, the last thing I want to say about Kimmel is because I to add this because I think my theory is the reason why he gives these elaborate, very, very, don't get me wrong, he's a good comic, but I know it's not all his fucking writing. He delivers these amazing fucking monologues bashing Trump is because he's trying to detour people on the high possibility that he's also being keyword here on that list. We all know Trump is on there, but I'm pretty sure he probably saw him on occasion. Hey, by the way, waved hands, shook hands. You know what I'm saying? They might have been friends. They might have hung out a couple times on those fucking, on those occasions. And he's like, oh, well, I mean, I'm just a talk show host. He's our president.
Could have been one of those things is when they were on the vacations, fucking Trump treated him like shit. So now he's like, fuck you.
That could be it too. Maybe he holds a grudge and he's like, hey, bitch, I know you were there, motherfucker. And you know what? I'm just a talk show host. You're the president. So who's got more to lose? Not me.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yep. You thought you were funny when you kicked me out the orgy. Ha 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 ha.
Exactly. Nobody likes a bully, bitch. So let's segue into that. Let's talk about Donald Trump, dude. Because fucking Christ, man.
I mean,
everything is insane, dude.
With the fucking National Guard, with ICE, with everything, dude. It's just like, what the fuck? I mean, I understand, like, he said he was gonna get shit done and he was gonna do shit and blah blah blah. And I mean, he's actually like doing shit, but it's like, no, that's not what we fucking wanted. You're doing all the other shit. Like, you said you were gonna do a bunch of stuff, but it's like, yeah, it's just ridiculous. I mean, we never, whatever, we. It's funny because, like, our whole whatever when the first fucking term, it's like we weren't for him nor against him. It was just like, let's see what he can do. It's like, I kind of like his little attitude,
That's true.
And it's like just because I said I like his attitude and I like his, like, the way he fucking talks, doesn't mean I'm fucking supporting him. You know what I'm saying? And I have a lot of people that are like, well, not a lot of people, but a few people that are like, oh yeah, well, they call me a fucking Trumper and shit, and I'm like, no, like, it was just, I wanted to see what this motherfucker could do, because he wasn't really like a politician like everybody else and shit, and he didn't need money, so he the way I saw it couldn't be bought, and shit like that, but it's just like, no.
Like, for the record, my red hat is not a MAGA hat, for the record. I'm not gonna take it off. I'm gonna turn it around. I'm not gonna unveil my mane yet. See that? This is not a MAGA hat. This is just a red hat, for the record. I want to make that abundantly clear. Because I forgot that I was wearing my red hat today. And it's funny, this is a really quick side story. I saw this article recently. I can't remember where it was. I think it was like northeast part of the US. Somebody was like training crows to attack people with red hats. And I know it sounds funny, especially to people that hate Donald Trump, the whole MAGA movement. Initially, I was like, that's kind of funny. But then logic settled into my head. I thought, but hey, wait, I own a red hat and I don't support Trump. It has nothing to do with any political affiliation at all. What if I happen to live in that area and I just feel like wearing my red hat that day and I get attacked by a fucking crow out of nowhere? I'm like, what the fuck, man? I'm not doing anything. I'd be fucking pissed. And to find out that, oh, because this asshole hates Trump that bad, like, dude, there's no logic behind that. They're gonna attack everybody with every red hat, not just MAGA hats. What the fuck, man?
Exactly.
Like that's not the way to go, people. That's not the way to go. It's like, no, dude. I know you thought it was funny, you thought it was clever, but dude, that can actually become really bad. Birds learn from each other. Okay?
Well, yeah, especially crows.
Yes, crows are fucking smart as fuck.
Actually have shit that is, for some reason, I don't know, whatever, but like genetically, like whatever into their shit, that if there's somebody or something they don't like their offspring will have the same whatever and go like have the same shit towards the thing, like they remember stuff.
Yeah, no, it's
And
true.
then,
They
like,
they
the
passed they
crows
passed the
remember fucking
they passed the
people.
fucking, was it the there's a word for it. They passed us something down. Shit. I know what you're, I want to add to this just to make it sound just spice up what you're trying to. I know what you're saying. I was like, damn it, I can't think of the word for it. The fucking
Genetic fucking
the vendetta. That's not the word. But that's the first one that comes to mind.
they genetically passed down the vendetta.
Yeah, but that works. That's a good word for it. They passed on the vendetta. Basically, he's like, hey, you see that piece of shit right there?
Yeah.
You see that piece of shit right there? You need to hate that motherfucker until you die.
Mm.
Long after I'm gone, you gotta take over. Why? Just do it.
And then at that, they can communicate to other crows that you're an asshole.
Uh-huh.
So then their friends, the other crows will fucking, they'd be like, fuck you too.
Yeah.
That's why, like, shit, I tried to find, where I used to work over there at the hotel, there was a group of crows that would hang out and shit. And there was a murder at.
A murder of crows. A murder of crows. Just for the record, anybody wondering what we're talking about? No, a murder of crows. That's what it's called.
A murder of crows.
That's what it's called. Very clever, by the way.
Yeah, fucking. They would hang out around the hotel, and I was trying to like beat them and shit.
Yeah.
Because like, them too. They'll attach to you. They'll follow you.
Yeah, they will.
If you take care of them.
They're smart as fuck.
And they'll, like I said, they'll pass the word down. And
hey, this guy's got food. This guy's got food.
A family of crows.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. The fucker again.
They just hang out with you and shit.
Like, I mean, birds in general are very smart, but crows specifically are like high intelligence, man. It's fucking nuts, dude.
Mm-hmm. They're up there with like the ravens.
Yeah, definitely.
Like they're really smart. And then some of them, I heard, I think if I remember correctly, they can like mimic and shit.
Yeah, I recently heard about that. Actually, I didn't even know about that. I don't know that much about birds. My knowledge is like minimum at best. But I mean, yeah, actually, I recently heard about that too. Actually,
the fucking but yeah, dude, these fucking and the reason I knew like these were like fucking crows because what is it? I was walking through the parking lot at Sam's and it was already closed, and these fuckers were sitting on the little thing where the you put the shopping cart.
Yeah.
Well, they were sitting there, and from where I was like at the store, so like they were maybe like over 100 feet away, and they looked, what is it called? Handicap sign.
Yeah.
Or like the handicap parking, the signs, you know how big like that sign is, right? It's like a rectangular kind of like almost like a foot and a half kind of fucking, it's a long sign, like a tall sign, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
The birds were like as big as the sign.
Oh shit. God damn.
Yeah, and I was like, those aren't fucking normal fucking the little blackbirds.
Yeah, the big ass fucking blackbird.
Yeah, no, I was like, those are fucking crows. And I took pictures of them and shit like that. And there was two of them, and I was trying to get closer because I had a shitty phone. And I took a couple of pictures, whatever. Well, I'll work overnight, and I get off at 7 a.m. So at 7, I drove to my room. I rolled me a blunt, grabbed me a beer, and go downstairs and sit outside and smoke a blunt, drink a beer, and before I go to sleep, and or take a nap, really. Fucking one day, I was sitting in my spot. It was by one of those green fucking Transformers kind of thingy, whatever boxes, and I heard like something like land on the top, like, and you heard like claws kind of shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, a bird landed up there. Like, okay, cool. And then all of a sudden, I like heard, like I was like, oh shit, it's the fucking crows. And like, I shit you not, dude. Like, I don't know, if they were following me or what the fuck, dude. But like, they would come, like that motherfucker, fucking whatever. And when I went to stand up, he flew away, and there was a few of them, and it was crazy because like I would try to feed them and whatever and shit, and I would tell fucking my coworkers that lived there too. I would tell them like, hey, there's fucking crows out there, like, and they're like, no, they're not crows, it's the buzzards or the big blackbirds. And I'm like, no, there's fucking crows out there. And I shit you not, like a couple of days later, fucking they come back and they're like, there were crows. I was like,
I told you. I fucking told you.
Whatever. It was like they're. I saw them outside chilling by the dumpster, or I saw them whatever this and that. And I was like, yeah, I fucking told you, dude. Like fucking, we have fucking like actual crows. I was like, they're huge, right? And they're like, fuck yeah, dude. Like they're fucking big, dude.
It's funny, like
over there was like 6 of them because they travel like in a group, and they have like what they do. It's like the whatever's are down eating, like there'll be 4 or 5 of them down. Would there be 2 or 3 of them flying? Why the other ones are eating and they switch off and shit? You know, because the ones are flying are making sure everything is fucking clear and shit. And
yeah,
dude, I looked into crows, dude. Like if there's like an animal, whatever, I research it and I look into its like habits and I watch little documentaries and shit.
No, but yeah, it's a trip. I said, like, I mean, it's funny. Like we don't. It's funny because minus birds that we keep as pets. We forget that a lot of these birds are fucking massive because we never actually see them up close. So when we do see them, like, holy shit, that's how big they are. Like, yeah, that's how big they are. Like, you've never seen one up close before, have you? Nope, not until now. Holy shit. Like fucking eagles. Eagles are fucking huge, man. There's some owls that are fucking massive, dude. I've been seeing these fucking videos, and it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude. There's fucking owls that are like 3 feet tall and shit.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. But anyway, okay, real quick. Okay, let's circle back. We're talking about Donald Trump. We're talking about the red hat thing. That's what made us fucking chill off there.
Yeah, red hat.
Yeah, that's what chill us off there. But but back to Donald Trump. And for the record, look, as I stated, Joe and I do not support any politician. We do not support red or blue. In our opinion, okay, one bird cannot fly with one wing. Okay, left wing, right wing is one bird. Okay, it's all one unit. This whole fucking fucking red versus blue bullshit is literally just that. It's bullshit. It's all propaganda just to get us to fight with each other. Let that be on the record. Okay, for the record. Okay. That being said, this is not me bashing Trump because like, oh, I don't support, Republicans. No, I don't support anybody that does not support America. Because this motherfucker does not support America. He supports himself and the people that are keeping him in office. And the people that are keeping him in office.
His tax bracket.
Yes, the people. Check it out. The people that are keeping him. The people that are keeping him in office are keeping him in office. Why? Because he is making them fucking rich. Everybody remembers Donald Trump being a terrible businessman. Because of the shit that he did in the past. He declared bankruptcy at one point, where the fuck, right? But here's the funny thing about it, though. Despite all of that shit happening, he somehow still had enough money to run for president and win. He never went completely under. He always managed to stay afloat. Now, the reason I bring this up is because I told Joey, I noticed patterns. And I finally caught the one pattern I hadn't noticed yet. So it took long enough because enough shit had to happen. As many times we've seen Donald Trump and declared him as a shitty businessman, there's one thing that stays true. He's a businessman. Every president we've had, if either had a military background or a judicial background, okay, or a legislative background, like they were like lawyers. They dealt with, they worked for the Senate, governors, mayors, what the fuck, a couple of military officers or the fuck, right, generals of the like, but never a businessman. Now, one thing that I remember I've always constantly said is that the number one job of a politician, better put, the number one goal of any politician here in the United States of America is not what their job description is. Job description says it's supposed to work for the people, of the people, by the people. But what their actual goal is to make as much money as they can while they are working for the government. That is their absolute.
Look at all the presidents; they're all millionaires.
Absolutely. And again, I said every politician, from down to the bottom of the fucking barrel, all the way to the fucking top of the fucking branch. From fucking, your House representative, mayor, shit, your state representative, everybody in politics. Your goal is to make as much money as you can before you are not working for the government or the state or whatever ever again. Most of them get retirement plans that keep them set for life. But here's the thing, though, is that all the while, I believe, this is my theory, based on what I've seen up to now, the most recent article I spotted that was a little bit before we started the show, is what made it click. It's like, oh shit, that's the pattern. Everything that Donald Trump has done since his first term is all cost a shitload of money. But here's the thing. Anything that the president does that costs money, he is not paying for that. You know who is? We are.
We are.
That's right. Now, when that happens, and we've talked about this before, several times over, and on several episodes before this, some of you old listeners, you may know where I'm going with this. Now, whenever anything is spent money on here in the U.S., there's one thing that is a constant. There's a tax on literally every single thing that happens in this country. And what happens when that tax is collected, where does it go? Joey, do you know?
It goes to the schools and the children. No, it goes to everything, the government. And
it's supposed to go to the schools, the children, and everything else in this country is supposed to, that actually needs better roads, better education, better fucking wages for our first responders, better funding for our hospitals, cancer treatments, lower cost for medications, lower cost for healthcare, lower cost, for literally every single thing that this country fucking needs as a people. But where does that money go? To the fucking motherfuckers that run this fucking place. Our politicians. Every politician we have, even when they start with nothing. I've heard stories about some of these motherfuckers living on their fucking cars because they can't afford rent. They give up everything they had to pay for their school.
Yeah, they can't afford an office or anything.
But then ask them, but where were you after 5 years? Because you stuck it out, you made it work. Oh, now I'm worth, I don't know how many millions of dollars. Yeah, guess what? It was fucking worth it, bitch. Wasn't it? That's my point, though. Okay, when the shit with Venezuela happened, the argument that and here's the funny thing, I love this. I have to say this because again, I'm not against anybody that is a Trump supporter or is not a Trump supporter. Again, I don't pick sides. But here's the thing. If I made a mistake, and especially if it was like right in my face, I'm not going to sit there and continue to deny it. You know who does that? Children do that. Children will deny a mistake to the bitter end. They will never admit that they fucked up. Okay? The reason I have to give that disclaimer is because when I read about the article about Venezuela, about declaring war on them, blah blah, I was like, what the fuck is this? Now this is just a kid, just fucking around, And a friend of mine, I'm not gonna say his name because I don't want to think I'm bashing him. Came at me with a video of this theory, and I call it a theory because I really think it's bullshit, saying how the reason was to attack Venezuela was because their oil reserves go fund countries like China, and I think it was Iran. Not Iran. It was China and somewhere else.
or whatever, but I heard about that theory.
It was China and somebody else, and then and he was basically the whole kind of like cutting the head of the snake. It was that was the purpose of what he was trying to do. And I'm thinking to myself, I don't believe that, but if you want to, fine, I'll let it go. And I didn't want to have an argument. But then we fast forward, then we got Greenland, and then the argument is because he does not want them to become allies with Russia and China. Now, in a logical sense, based on a military concept, sure, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, you don't want them to be in line with those motherfuckers because I mean that could cause some serious shit because Greenland's like right fucking there. That makes sense strategically. That makes sense. But here's the thing, though. I've never really heard anything that would say that Greenland would want to attack us for any reason at all. Period. One. And then I saw on my Facebook. I wish I could pull it up right now, but it brought up some fucking resources, high amounts of resources, like the reserves that are there in Greenland. And thought to myself, oh, that's funny. That makes sense. That
okay, I was reading the message or the thing that you sent me.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
Didn't get it, and then now I'm okay. Now that we're talking about
yeah, I remember. I forgot it was you that I sent it to you. That's right. I forgot I sent it to you. Yeah, that's what I sent to you. Yeah. That was the pattern that I noticed. Is like, oh shit. And ultimately what it comes down to is just what's up?
Well, now that you're touching on that little whatever thing too, I mean just a quick whatever, like Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
You know how Trump keeps fucking trying to whatever with Mexico that we'll send our troops in and this and this and this or whatever.
Yeah.
Mexico just found a big old fucking lithium fucking deposit somewhere in Mexico.
Oh shit!
Which could make the country one of the wealthiest fucking countries.
No shit.
Yep. So, and it's funny how it's going over here for that, and then over here for this, and then Mexico for that. Like he's just trying to get countries that have certain resources.
That's what I'm saying. See, there you go. And like they use
monopolize.
Yeah, like the excuse that Trump and his crew are using is that this is going to benefit the nation in the sense that it's going to make us stronger, more protected. But in all actuality, it's just another way of them getting more rich. And it goes back to my original statement. They hired being the key word, because the president is a job still, nonetheless. They hired a businessman, somebody that knew and understood business and how to make them more money. Because lawyers, military men are strategists. They get shit done. Lawyers get you off of shit that you did that was bad. But businessmen make money. They capitalize. They know how to invest. Despite the fact that Donald Trump was not the greatest businessman, guess what? He was still a billionaire when he ran for office. So what does that tell you? Not as bad as we all claimed. He was still a fucking billionaire. Obviously, he still has some idea of how business is done. I have a great sense of business. And guess what? He probably knows a shitload more than me. So what does that say? If I can break this down to this concept, clearly he knows a lot more. This whole fucking time, fucking dial back to George W. Bush. He made us all think he was a fucking moron. Lo and behold, the guy was a goddamn fucking genius.
Yep.
He fooled everybody. He fooled everybody.
Fool me once, shame on you.
Exactly. Fool me twice, shame on me, motherfucker.
He fooled the game.
Motherfucker. He did. That's exactly what he did.
It's on a song. I can't remember. I think it's a fucking a J. Cole song. Where it's that thing where he was doing the press conference and it's like, they have a saying in Texas. I'm pretty sure they have it here in Tennessee. It's some shit. He's like, fool me once, shame on, what is it? Shame on you. Fool me twice. Dude, you can't fool me twice. Open the fucking shit.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
But yeah, him. We're gonna find those terrorizers, terrorizers, or even fucking make up words. Oh man, I love fucking. I do miss fucking Bush's fucking press conferences and shit.
See, okay. Sorry, I was listening to the other thing. And okay, now here's the crazy thing about it is that like, I now that we're talking about it, and it's funny about it is that like, I actually had not made that far of a connection. My conspiracy theory, not really a conspiracy theory, but my theory went as far as just what I had stated was that they hired Trump to be the president because, and again, I said hired because guess what, folks, your vote did not get him there. Fuck over that shit. Trust me. If you voted for him and you feel like shit, good, because there's a lot of people that are still saying I made the right choice. Those people are retarded. Sorry, folks, but it's true. Just admit it. You fucked up. You did not, but hey, but there's some silver lining. Your vote didn't count. Nothing you did or said that day had made any difference. He was already decided to be president long before you made that call. So don't blame yourself. It was going to happen either way. Don't worry about it. It's not your fault. But just admit that you were wrong as far as him being the proper choice. I mean, the other fucktard that was there wasn't a better choice either. But I mean, based on circumstance, God, that's fucked up, man. Shit, I can't even finish my thought because man, shit. I mean, fucking Camilla was just as bad. Fuck, man. The only difference, but the reason that I'm not saying she was a better choice because she definitely wasn't. The reason that Trump was chosen to be the president is because he was a businessman. He had already made the politicians a shitload of money in his first term, but didn't finish it because his background fucked him up. They had to get rid of him. That's what happened. So they put in fucking creepy old Joe Biden in there. They found a loophole in the system, got Trump back in office. Why? Because he made them so much money in just the 2 years that he was there the first time. They said, hey, fuck it. If we can keep him in here for 4 more years, holy shit, some of us might walk out being billionaires.
And no, and then also too, I heard that that's what kept him from going to prison.
Yep.
Because everybody keeps, he's a criminal, he's a felon, he's this and that, or whatever. Like no, he is. All these fucking things that everybody's saying, it's fucking true.
Yep.
But what happened is because of this whole the election thing coming up and the whole whatever thing, they put all that shit on hold. Mm-hmm. Supposedly they paused all that shit because of the whole whatever thing going on. So him becoming president was kind of his little whatever thing to how do you say put off him having to go to fucking jail and all that shit, or go to prison for all the shit that fucking whatever and shit.
And again, so good.
I think that's why he's doing whatever he's doing, because he's trying to whatever, so they don't send him. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So trying to change this and do whatever with that, and he's trying to whatever shit. So when he's not president, he doesn't have to go to prison. But can you imagine how the fuck? I mean, I'm pretty sure of course we're not the first fucking country to have like a president or whatever. Like look at Mufasa. I mean, Mandela and shit. Go to prison or whatever and shit, but like, yeah, fucking, that would be fucking hilarious.
It won't happen, unfortunately, but, he would have to like really fuck up, but like.
And my theory is that's where the whole whatever, because people are saying that he's not going to give up the presidency. Like that's what he's going towards, the whole like, how do you say, dictator, king, whatever fucking mode or level and shit.
Yeah. And
I think if anything, if he were or is trying to do that, it's so he doesn't have to go to prison.
That could be it. Like, because my whole thing is, like I said, like, it's just crazy. Like I said, I didn't. The main part of that theory was why he was hired to continue to come back. I better put come back as president and be allowed to do all of the stupid shit that he's doing right now that nobody seems to have a problem with, at least enough to do anything about it, which is really pissing me off. Because the people, like I said, the people that are behind it are not telling him to stop because they can. They have the power to do so, but they're not because then it's costing tax dollars that is making them rich. Then again, like I said, back to my original point, a businessman. He basically he explained they didn't have to work, but they still got paid. Okay, man, that's a good example too. Like basically what Donald Trump did in his second term. Okay, here's another random thing that popped in my head right now. Here's what happened when he was out of office. Remember, he got impeached for some shit that happened long before he was president. It came up to light. It's okay, you know what? We got to get rid of you. So we bring in creepy old Joe Biden, whole fucking term, and all the while, Trump is like doing his research. He's got his fucking crew, finding loopholes in the system, how he can get reelected. Is there a way? Is there a way? And all the while, he's finding ways to convince Congress and the Senate to bring him back in. Say, hey, look, check it out. I found all of it. Again, 4 years is a long time. I found all of these different ways to make all you motherfuckers rich as fuck in 4 years. If you can't keep me there the full term, it's fine. But up to that point, I guarantee you're going to be way fucking richer than you are right now. And they're like, okay, let's see what we got. And they made it happen because that's exactly what he's doing so far. Because remember in his first term, remember the wall? The wall is not even close to being completed. It's just a couple of fucking huge bars. Here's the funny thing about that, though, is that regardless, construction companies had to be hired to make that shit happen. Regardless of the fact that the project was not completed, it cost a shitload of money to do that shit. It cost a shitload.
Job?
Huh?
Mexican.
That's right. A whole bunch of Mexicans went out there, did that fucking that half, not even half, like the portion of the job. But regardless, that money was funded by the government, or rather, better put, tax dollars. And those tax dollars were taxed upon that. See it?
He said that we were going to make Mexico pay for the wall.
Yeah, that didn't happen. No, think about that, folks. That's a cycle right there. The money that was spent to build that portion of the wall came from tax dollars, and the money that was spent to pay for the wall and pay for all of the employees, the construction workers that did that portion of the wall, that money was taxed, and all of that tax dollars goes right back to the source where the money initially came from in the first place. But the difference is that money also pays our politicians. You see how that works? You see how that works? Every single time our president, Donald fucking jackass Trump, makes a decision that costs us money, they get more money in their pockets. All the while, we get shit. We get nothing. We go to our shitty jobs, go check the check day to day, just trying to get to the end of the day. And some people in this country, God bless them, I do love them, genuinely really believe that our politicians, including our president, actually fucking care about us. And it makes me sad. I want to give them a hug. Because it's like, I mean, are you that? Like, you just can't accept defeat? You just can't accept that maybe, hey, I was wrong. Again, your vote didn't count. You didn't cause this. You just backed the wrong horse. You took a gamble. It happens. Come on, 7. Snake eyes. Oh, shit. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Nobody in this country has caused what is happening right now. Not directly. Nobody in this country puts the piece of shit that's in office there. Our politicians did that shit. Unfortunately, we kept our politicians there. That we did do. We can change that, though. Change the rules. Change the laws. We got to fix that shit, dude. Change how our fucking government is run.
it. Just fire everybody or make everybody fucking whatever, and set up fucking terms. Not terms, but like how do you say, a fucking rules and shit. Like
No, what they need is any job that you are there for over a year, at any commercial job at least, they do fucking how they not checkups, the evaluations. Like they need to have evaluations by professional people that know their jobs and monitor them 24/7 for like a good month to make sure that they're doing everything by the book at all times, to make sure that everything they're doing is to benefit the people, because that's supposed to be what their fucking job is, to take care of the people. They're gonna get paid.
The fucking military does that shit.
It's true.
Do you know that?
Yeah.
Like, you can't just be in the military and just stay the rank that you are forever.
Mm.
Like every so many years, you have to level up, and if you don't level up, they'll cut you loose.
Yeah.
I didn't know it. I thought you can just go and hey, you get a spot and you just stay there forever. It's like, no, you have to either you're gonna fucking level up or you're gonna leave.
Ah.
It's like because my buddy, I had two friends. They've been in the military already. They're gonna be going on 20 years.
Oh shit! Well,
we got out of high school. So, yeah, well, they joined. One joined, I think, like 4 years after high school, and the other one joined about 5 or 6 years after high school.
Okay.
So according to whatever, because I do my timeline map off of when I graduated.
No, dude, I do too. I do too. Who worse?
2004. So whatever. So one of my friends should be on like 17 years, and the other one should be like, I want to say 14 or 15.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah. So and one of them, he's an honor guard.
Wow, that's
now.
Cool. That's good. Wow.
So he just kind of does funerals and shit like that. Well, yeah, pretty much last I talked to him, he just does like funerals and shit.
Okay.
And the other one is like a staff sergeant or some shit like that, and he's got his own little whatever thing. And but yeah, the staff sergeant, I think, I can't remember his rank. I haven't talked to him in so long. He's the one that kind of gave me the rundown of everything. He's like, bro, like, I'm studying right now because I have to take a test, because if I don't pass this test, I'm going to get fucked and I might get demoted. He goes, but if I pass it, I'm going to get promoted. He goes, and then I'm going to get more responsibility. He's like, there's so many things about the fucking military that'll tell you. And he's like, bro,
that's fucking hilarious.
House. He was like, I bought my house, this and that, and whatever. And he was like, I got like 3 cars. He goes, now I'm going to have to go to fucking, he was stationed in Arizona. No, New Mexico. He was stationed in New Mexico, and well, he met his wife there and got married, had kids, bought a house, whatever and shit. Well, they fucking, they're transferring them to fucking North Carolina.
Oh shit!
For who knows how long.
Wow, that's a big fucking change.
He's like, what do I do with my fucking house?
New shit.
He's like, do I rent out my house? Do I sell my house? Like,
I would rent it. I mean, if you could, I would find a realtor, see if you can rent it. That's what I would do.
Yeah, I could do like his wife and whatever, they're natives.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
They're he's part of the tribe now.
Oh, okay. No, I get it. I get it.
So like, yeah, I get that. Like, whatever, that's home.
Yeah.
The wifey and whatever shit, and that's where whatever. And I understand all that shit. But yeah, he was like, and he's like the debt. He was like, I have this, and he was telling me about all his his mortgage and his cars and all this shit. And he's like, they never tell you that like you're gonna when you leave, you're in debt.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
He was like, yeah. I'm gonna get my check, my retirement, my whatever thing. He goes, but that's not enough. That's not enough to cover all the expenses that I acquired.
You accumulated while you were in the military. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, while being in the military and shit.
Yeah, it's true.
My bad. And, yeah, so he's like, man, I'm gonna be in debt and this and that, and he's like, I don't even know. He's like, because I do this, because his job. He works on because both of my friends are in the Air Force.
Okay.
And because we went to John Jay on Marbach, and their ROTC is Air Force ROTC in Lackland and shit.
Nice.
And so yeah, we were on ROTC and shit, but yeah, they what is it? He fucking was telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, God damn. And he's like, I don't know what to do, like, because he works on airplanes, so like to like adapt his job to everyday life or something like that. It would be, whatever. Like he's the one that repairs like the guns and the fucking shit like that.
Yeah.
He's the one that fixes like the rockets, like the missiles and the big old guns and the fucking shit that they have on all the fucking jets and the airplanes and the helicopters and stuff. He's the one that builds them and repairs them and does all that shit. And he's like, how do I adapt that to every day? Yeah, it's just crazy. Like with shit like that too. It's like, I mean, what do you do? He had to sell some of the shit, and yeah, it's just crazy. Like, you don't think that far ahead.
Yeah, of course not. Well, I mean, most of them. I mean, you go in there as a kid. Of course, you don't think that far ahead at all. All you see is what they're showing you. Hey, you're gonna get this, you're gonna get that, and then you get into it, and God willing, you do stick around. Yeah, you make a shitload of money, and again, as you're a kid, you never had that kind of money before. You spend it, and then again, God willing, you stick around longer. You make more money, you spend more money. At some point, if you don't fuck up, you're cool. But if you do fuck up, you get out, you're like, oh shit, I have all this shit and I did not pay for it in full. I owe a shitload of money. And I don't have a shitload of money to pay for all this shit that I bought while I was still working. Now I need to find an actual job that's not going to pay me a fraction of what I was getting paid before. I don't think I can afford this. A lot of bad things are going to happen over the next few years. Depression. My wife's going to hate me, probably leave me. My kids are going to fucking hate me because I'm a piece of shit dad. Like, these are the kind of things that a lot of people don't think about when they join the military. Let's transition to that. We're done talking about Donald Trump and politics, but I do want to make a bit of a clip of that whole little spiel that we had because like I said, it was just funny because I wasn't planning to go that deep into it, but the more we got into it, and then I had that little epiphany, I was like, "Holy shit, that's exactly why." So I do want to make a cut. Like I said, I've spent this whole past week. I've spent like sorting out all of the image files that I've made. I literally have like over 1,000 fucking images of and then this is the ones that I've saved. I have even more than that, like because see it.
I said you utilize the shit out of that app.
Oh yeah, dude. Like it's funny because I pay for that site, it saves every image that I've ever made. It charges me to make the image. Like I have a set amount. I have a limit for how many images I can make before I have to pay extra. But I never go over that limit. But either way, whatever I download is whatever I download. But regardless, the images are always saved on the site as long as I'm still paying for it. So what I have saved on my fucking computer is a fraction of what I've actually made. So a lot of times, like I mean, I only keep like maybe one or two. Like I make images. I'm like, all these are great. Sometimes it's like sucks. Oh, that one was good. I'll take that one. But I mean, I'll make. I've already made like 12 fucking images, and like I picked the one that actually was decent. You know what I mean? So I spent like this whole fucking week sorting out all these fucking files, and I'm gonna start making. I think I know I mentioned in the last podcast, but I'm gonna make edits because this last episode that we recorded is not on Spotify yet. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make edits. The episodes we have here on live on YouTube are gonna be here live on YouTube, right? But what I'm gonna start doing is I'm gonna make edits of the episodes that we record here, and put that on Spotify. And the video that you see will be images of like you and me as like different like fucking characters, like the lion and the gorilla, based on the shit that we're talking about. Because personally, I understand like watching celebrity podcasts is entertaining because it's a celebrity podcast. But Joy and I are not celebrities, so I don't really see a reason for you to see my face, and you can't even see Joey's face because the whole thing's on the phone. So I thought, you know what?
Yeah.
For those that want to have a little bit more entertainment than just seeing my beautiful face and these clever T-shirts that I'm wearing every week, I figured, you know what? I'm gonna fucking make an extra effort, and I'm gonna make edits that actually depict what we're talking about. The last episode, really quick, back recap. Better word, and then we'll get back to the show. Joe and I were recording, and the first half of the episode, literally the first half, it was like an hour and a half in, and I said something that I was not allowed to say on YouTube. I'm gonna say what I can say.
It was the word for unalive, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't that. Well, I mean, I don't know was specifically the word.
It was people deserve to be alive.
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Because what it was. Don't repeat it. Don't repeat it. You sound really muffled, and I'm glad, but don't repeat it, just in case.
Samuel L. Jackson quote.
Yes, there you go. Okay. You sounded muffled. Just for the record, say something again. Hold on, I couldn't hear you a minute ago. Don't say the quote. Don't say the quote.
Samuel L. Jackson quote.
There you go. Okay, now I heard you. Yes, it was a Samuel L. Jackson quote from the movie A Time to Kill. If you know the movie, it's with Sandra Bullock and Matthew McConaughey. It's a scene when he's in the courtroom. That's all I'm going to say, because the last time I said the line, our video literally got shut down like immediately. So I found that out.
It was to the lines of that.
Don't say it. Don't say it. Don't. Shut up. No. Just don't say it. Just don't say it. Don't say it. No, fucker. Don't say it. I'm not gonna fucking do this again. No, do not say it. I'm not gonna. No. Don't fucking say it. Don't. I'm not chancing it. I'm not. No. Don't say it. Don't fucking say it. Don't say it.
I'm not gonna say it. It's just that what I was saying is it was that somebody deserves something, and they hope that
it happens. It happens.
It happens.
There you go. Let's leave it at that. There you go.
That's
there you
what
go.
I was trying to say.
I'm sorry because the last time it happened, it was my fault, and I was like, Joey, please don't. No, because last time it happened, it wasn't.
I might be inebriated and shit.
No.
I know what I'm doing.
It's because I'm so paranoid. It's because I'm so paranoid. Because I'm not gonna lie to you, it was funny because when I went back and thank God I did record the entire audio in that episode, because I sometimes I forget, and I recorded the entire audio. Yeah. So when I went back, when I was making the edit for that episode for the first half, I got to that part, and I swear to God, dude, immediately at that point, you hear me say, "Hold on, wait, something happened." Like right after I said the line, like right after I finished my sentence, immediately you hear me say, "Wait, hold on, something just happened." I'm like, "Shut the fuck up!" Like that's how on point YouTube is. The moment I said it, boom, shut it down. And everything we recorded up to that point, no, the first like 7 minutes, right before we officially started the podcast, right before I said, good morning, good afternoon, what the fuck, like that was all was on this on the recording. It was that first 7 minutes, and after that, nothing. And I was like, wow, they were like on that shit, dude. Like the moment I said it, they shut it down. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah.
That's what I was.
We were trying to figure out what happened, right?
Mhm.
Like, and we were also trying to continue the cast and
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
recording. And so we didn't whatever, but like, you know, in the back of my head, you know, my ADD, whatever, like think about 2-3 things all at fucking once.
Same.
We're talking and shit, and what is it? We're talking, but in the back of my mind, that did come up because it's like, what did we say? And it was like, well, we were talking about the unalived and saying the actual fucking whatever, you know, and
Yeah.
you know, so what is it, like suicide or fucking or you know, stuff like that. And it was like, yeah, that, but that was earlier and whatever. But the last thing that popped in my head was that.
Mhm.
And I was like, nah, well, we were just whatever fucking.
You know, it's. I'm actually.
No,
No. I'm glad you mentioned that because after
but I didn't think any into it.
no, actually I did kind of because after we got the live back on when once I confirmed that we're back online, and then that's why I love the fact that I did have all the audio, because and for the record, anybody watching, if you want to listen to the entire episode, you should, because there is a significant portion of the part where it's just the audio, where in between when we got cut off and then we got back online. There's a little portion where Joey and I were talking, and we were like trying to figure out what the fuck happened. That was not recorded at all. So if you go back and watch that part, that's me and Joey going, "Hey, what the fuck happened?" that part is in the edit, and it was funny because after we finally got back online, I was testing it. I was saying different things that we had already talked about to see if the video got cut off, and obviously we didn't. And that's why I was like, "Fuck." I think it was that. I think that's what it was that made it get shut down. So when I went back and listened to it, and I was like, "Yep, that's what it was." God damn it! Now I know. Don't say that, and you're okay. Oh shit, I lost Joey. Hello.
Right, here we go.
Damn it!
No,
What did you hear, motherfucking shit? I was talking for a minute. What did you hear?
God damn it. Shit.
I never got cut off. Shit, son of a bitch.
Fuck, what were we talking about?
We're talking about the last episode about how I was what I was saying was that I after we finally got back online, excuse me, I was repeating things we had already said in the first half to see if one of those things was what made it get shut down.
Yeah, we did it.
Yeah, but nothing happened. So I realized, and so then later when I went back and listened to the audio, I confirmed it because again, it was like immediately right after I said it, it got shut down. Okay, now I know. Yep, that's what it was. Like the fucking the I don't know if it's an analog. It's gotta be an analog. Like it was that much accurate. Like it was a moment I said it, boom, shut it down. And the whole thing, I mean, well, the first 7 minutes was what remained, but it was like that was nothing. But yeah, but anyway, we're
No,
going.
but I think my phone wasn't, because remember I used an app and shit for my phone.
Yeah.
And what is it? When it hits 2 hours, it ends the phone call.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, fucking crazy bastard.
well,
That's funny. You never figure out what the fuck. Sometimes I'd be on some long phone calls and it just hangs up, and I'm like, what the fuck? But I just caught that was the whatever thing. It's because I look at the time because we had that 2 hour whatever thing with the recording.
Yep.
And shit. But yeah, dude, fucking that's what I was thinking was that, like, as we were recording, I was trying to figure it out, and to whatever in my head was that was the last thing we said before the shit got cut off.
Yeah.
And it's crazy, like you said, how caught up it is. But like even TikTok is the same way, dude.
Yeah.
Like
No, it is.
TikTok and there be shit where there's lag and it's like, what's going on? Or like shit will fucking pause or end or something or whatever. And it's like, what happened? And it was like they were leading up to something. You know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
it's like it fucking ended. And it's like, oh, they knew that the fucking what was gonna happen.
Yep.
And like I told you too, there's about a 5-second delay between the live and our conversation.
That makes sense. They can shut it up before anybody sees it.
Yeah, because because like I told you too, when I do have multiple devices or I have burner phones, which I don't have anymore, I gotta get some more. I fucking I watch the cast on one, I fucking Google on another, and we record on the main one.
Yeah.
And I caught that there's a lag. But the only reason I watch the whatever thing too is because so I can see what everybody sees here and read the comments.
Real quick, we're
whatever is fucking Ray when he's fucking watching.
real quick, we're going into the second hour. We're gonna go and start winding down. I wanted to do it like a certain way. You know, I didn't really have it planned out, but I wanted to kind of do it in segments. And the fact that I wasn't sure how long this episode was gonna go, and it's been longer than I expected, which is great. I'm not gonna lie. I love a long episode. It just means the conversation's been great. Because if we and it's the only reason I have to like step in, because if not, we'd continue to talk about this. And I kind of want to transition one more time before we start shutting down. Let's go and let's talk about a little bit more personal shit. This is interesting. I mean, cause algorithms, of course, these social media, they're fucking monitoring everything we fucking do. And I keep seeing like all kinds of shit that I deal with, with like shit that pertains to me. And one of them, I've been off of TikTok for a little while. I have been trying to be more active, as like posting videos with the podcast, but I haven't been as much as I was before. But when I do get on TikTok, just to get on it, the shit that I see is like hit or miss. Sometimes it's like crazy fucking depressing. Sometimes it's like really insightful. This one that I found today, I'm not gonna talk about that. I mean, if I have time, I will. It talked about Carl Jung. It was really interesting because I didn't know this. And I actually sent the link to my daughter because she's an empath also. I did not know that Carl Jung was the fucking person that coined the term empath. I learned that today.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I had to wait. I want to make sure you heard that because I didn't know that. For those that are not friends of mine, or if you're a new listener, Carl Jung.
How old is that term?
About as old as he declared it. I gotta find that out. I gotta look that up. I gotta find that out because
that's what I look at too. Sometimes is like, how long have they been using this word?
And it's a very
You know
good.
what I mean?
No, that's a very good question because if you look up the word empath, it's not in the dictionary. It's not in the dictionary. It's a term that he coined himself based on his observations. And I'm not going to go into the whole details of the article because it's very, very detailed. But basically, he explains how certain types of people, they hit a breaking point. The people like the kind of, it starts out saying like the kindest person in the room hits a breaking point to where they just just over it, right? But the thing is though, they don't necessarily stop doing what they're doing. They just stop doing what people expect them to do. So they just basically just absorb and observe everything around them. And he put this in, and I want to pull it up and see if maybe I can pull it up. And he put this into explanation. And I'm watching this, and how it's being explained, and a point where he said how he put it out into the public, and he got so many responses. People were like showing up to his door, and that's when he determined this group of people are empaths. These people don't just, like observe what they see around them. They absorb it. They feel it. They literally feel everything that's
Mhm.
going around them, the feelings of other people, and I was like, I'm freaking out going, what the fuck? And then
Right.
not just the fact that like he's literally describing what an empath is. For those that don't know, I'm an empath. Joy's an empath. My daughter's an empath. These people do exist. I always thought it was a myth up until my 30s. These are people that literally feel feelings. And I'm reading this
Mhm.
article, finding out that Carl Jung, my go-to, the man that really
Yeah,
made me understand.
the psychologist that you,
uh,
yeah.
yeah, like he's the one that helped me understand psychology fully. Find out that he's the one that coined the term empath. And as Joey said, how old is that term? Guess what? Less than 100 years. That's why you can't find it in a fucking dictionary, because he created that fucking term. Empathy is a term you can find in a dictionary. Empath is
Yeah.
not, because technically it's a belief. It's not
But, oh, really?
like, wait, no, like, let me say, meaning like it's like it can't be proven by science. Science isn't proven it. It's based on theory. But based on experience, as Carl Jung says, psychology is taught through life experiences, not through a textbook. He was able to basically generally prove, no, dude, these people exist. These people are living examples. They literally feel feelings. They feel everything. They feed off the energy of others. Sometimes that negative energy is what makes them feel sad or tired or feel like they can't get through the day. Maybe they were having a great day and they run into somebody that's having a shitty day, a horrible fucking day, but they genuinely care about that person. And in that so small interaction, that minute, even if this is a small, period of time, that totally drains them energy. It's like a fucking like an
Mhm.
emotional vampire. The sad part
Yeah,
about it,
it's like the fucking emotional vampire.
yeah, I was gonna say from fucking what we do in the shadows. And but here's the thing though, it's not the sad person's fault. They didn't mean to make the person sad. It's just that the empath, the person in question, that's what they do. They absorb all of that negative energy in a small
Yeah.
form and sometimes in a large form. They make that other person feel better, but guess what? Now that person feels like shit.
Yep. Yeah, it's like an emotional vampire, but you get the shitty feeling.
It's true, and it's funny, and it's not funny. Bad part. Bad part. Sorry, bad word for it.
We laugh so we don't cry.
Like
But yes, it's funny. Yeah, it's fucking, yeah.
it's crazy. Like I've tried to explain to my daughter. I sent her the video because I wanted her to see it. 'Cause, I mean, 'cause I told her, I don't know if I told you this, but Carl Jung was the one that really helped me understand psychology. And you and she, I've already explained to her how she is an empath. As this will kind of help you understand a little bit about yourself, because like it's crazy that like being an empath, it's a blessing and a curse, because it's a superpower. It really is, and you can do a lot with it. But at the same time, though, there are points when
Mhm.
like I said, somebody that you really care about, they're having a shit day, you're having a great day, you go and see how they're doing, they dump everything on you, and you being the good friend that you are, when at that one point they always say, I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to dump everything on you, and you say, oh, it's okay, but it hasn't sunk in yet, because when you leave
Yeah.
you feel like shit. You're like, man, what happened? I was in such a good mood, and now I feel like shit. Now I just want to have a fucking beer. I don't want to do anything anymore.
Yeah. No,
But
because sometimes too, they didn't even fucking like vent on you or anything.
it's just
They
it's
just
all it
kind of
is.
give you a little like,
It's just
but their energy is so whatever. It's just like,
exactly no, because
fuck.
they're they're so sad or depressed or emotional or angry or whatever the fuck's going on, and like you literally absorb that energy from them. I do it with Ray all the fucking time.
They're not being honest because it's like I can feel it.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you're not telling me everything. You know, you're not whatever and stuff like that. But you feel some type of way. Like I mean, once you whatever you can feel it. You can hear it in their language. You can fucking their tone, their body language, everything, their fucking character, like all that shit. Like it is. it is fucking crazy. And then, like you said, after that, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, it's true. Like when I hang out with Ray, like
But
Ray
the
is
only ones that news that I would never are people that I care about.
well, like it's funny, like Ray. When I hang out with Ray, Ray's a paradox because like it's interesting to me because he is somebody that if you saw him and you never, and you not did sorry, if you knew his background but did not know him, like you didn't like know him, you didn't like you never met him, what the fuck, you just knew who he was, his backstory,
Yeah.
okay, and then upon meeting him, hang out with him for a day, you would, as a psychologist, especially, upon observation, you would probably assume this person is probably depressed. But here's the crazy thing
Yeah.
about it is it like I think that he has moments when he like he fucking like hates, hates his life, which I know he does. But
I mean, we all do.
yes, but clinically, and again, I am not a licensed psychologist, so do not quote me on this. But if I was, I would not diagnose him with depression. As crazy as it sounds. I think he has moments when he feels down, like he hates, again, like I said, he hates his life based on his situation. But I really don't think he's ever really been really depressed. Not like you and me when we just have shit days.
Yeah.
I don't think he's
Yeah.
I don't think he's ever really dealt with like real depression. Despite the fact that he's in the
Yeah.
situation that he's in, you know, I think that the moments that I hang out with him, that I get that shitty energy, is just that. It's just him hating the fact that he's in his situation that he's in because he just because it was his fault. It really was.
Yeah. I
Like
mean, it's because he did it to himself.
exactly.
But at that, like, he's not in a bad place, really.
He's not. He's really not. He's not, dude. Like, anybody in that situation could have been way off worse,
I mean,
and he's
he's
not.
carrying, like, got people around him that whether he uses them or keeps them around for his personal reasons or whatever, but like he's yeah, like I mean, for all and out, like all around. I mean,
He just
he's all right. He's not in a bad position.
exactly. No, again, I'm glad you see it that way because that's the way I observed it. Is like when you really break it down, like people like you and me that are depressed, we have legitimate. We can pinpoint specific reasons why. There we have days where like we get depressed because we're thinking about specific things that this is why this is happening. This is why this is happening. But when I look at Ray, it's like he doesn't have any of that shit. The only things that he can look at is like I'm in this situation because of this. It's like, well, it's because of this. But it's like
And
that's not.
it.
That's it. It's
It's like one fucking thing, and that's it.
That's it. Yeah, you have to because even after all that, everything else by comparison is still not that bad if you think about it. You know what I'm saying? You got your own place. People come check on you on a regular basis. People still fucking care about you. They check on you all the fucking time. You still have your health. You're still alive. You're still breathing. You know what I'm saying? He's still active.
Right.
He still cooks all the fucking time. He's a great fucking cook. Like in the overall, again, by comparison, not that bad. And because of that, I could look at him honestly, and again, even an outsider, full licensed psychologist, based on the circumstances I gave, I would challenge them. Can you honestly look at that person and say that person has any reason to be depressed? You'd say no, because honestly, they don't. They don't.
Yeah.
Yet I could do so many things that Ray can't do, and I'm depressed all the fucking time. It's fucked up how that works.
Yeah.
It's fucked up how that works.
Well, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, it's just how do you say? I think a lot has to do with like acceptance.
Exactly. No, you're right. I mean, okay, no, sorry. I know we do gotta start winding down. We're not that far in yet, but that's why I kind of want to introduce it that way, like to kind of talk about mental health awareness because I was having a conversation recently, and one thing that I said, and I think I might have mentioned the last episode. I don't remember. I might have just said it in passing with you, but I stated how the funny thing about mental health illness is that there's no cure for it. You just learn to deal with it. That's all it really is.
How do you learn to cope?
Yeah, you learn to cope with it. Yeah, exactly. You learn to function. Some people they eventually just can't. They give up. They and if they're lucky enough,
Mm-hmm.
they're lucky enough to commit the right crime. Actually had this conversation with my mother today because she works at a psych ward. If you commit the right crime, and you can get the judge to lean toward sending you to a psych ward instead of a prison, and guess what, man? Good call. I mean, it's not the most fun place, but a lesser chance of you getting raped and or shanked. Not saying it won't happen, but lesser chance. Lesser chance. But at the same time, though, it's a hell of a lot more entertaining. See it?
I said you might get bitten.
Yes, my mom told me. As a matter of fact, I actually asked her. We went out for breakfast. Like I said, for like little like birthday breakfast. I asked her, "Do you have any like crazy stories, about the work?" And she mentioned a few of the patients there that had been like biters and hitters, and some that are like they're calm as shit, but they're no, hey, but you never know. Be careful. Be careful. You say this or you rub them the wrong way. What?
Turn your back to them.
Yeah, dude.
You don't trust them. Don't turn your back to them.
Yeah, like there's one that my mom told me about. This is crazy. I'm so glad that my mom does not listen to my podcast because I can say this story. Even if she did, it wouldn't matter. It's not gonna get her in trouble. But this is a good story. She told me this about this one patient that's there at psych ward that and she was like told this when she started working there that he's very respectful to the nurses, but at the same time though he's very violent if you piss him off to everybody else.
Yeah.
To everybody else. So if he's cool with you, everything's cool, no worries, right? However, if for whatever reason you rub him the wrong way, even if it's his fault, he does something stupid or he pisses you off or the fuck, and you do something and he gets mad, he's not gonna react to you if you're the nurse. My mom told me this because she's a nurse. But whoever else he deals with the rest of the day, they might get the brunt of that fucking anger. He might hit somebody, he might hurt somebody.
Oh shit! So he
takes it out on somebody else.
Oh, yeah, it takes it out on somebody else. Yeah.
Yes, and it's fucked up because like she gave me a couple. I'm not gonna go detail, but she gave me a couple of examples of how he had done it before with other people, and there was an incident that she had with him that like he was pissing her off, and then he left angry, and then she thought, oh shit, he's gonna hurt somebody.
Somebody's asshole.
Yeah, she was like, shit, I fucked up. Like, so she's all worried, like, okay, am I gonna hear about this later?
She got to somebody and be like, because you didn't give me one more fucking Oreo.
And it's funny. I'm just imagining my mom the rest of the shift going, oh my god, hey, did you hear about so and so? He attacked her. I was like, oh god damn it! I knew I should have given him that fucking Oreo.
He said double or nothing. I thought he was just playing.
Oh god. But anyway, sorry, I don't remember how we got into that conversation. But no, okay, we're talking about depression. No, we're talking about depression and mental health. No, it's just the reason I bring it up though is because as I said, as this conversation last week, and I was explaining to this person, and I explained to my mom also, and how I had this epiphany. It's like it's funny how like we forget. I brought something last podcast, but I'm gonna further break it down because we had to cut it short. Like we forget that the only person that thinks the exact same way that we do is ourselves. We're always so worried about what somebody's thinking about us in that moment, when actuality 99% of the time we are like literally the last thing on their mind. They have so much going on in their own personal lives that like dude, we're not even worried about what the fuck's going on with you. You know what I'm saying?
We're more important than we are.
See again?
We think we're more important than we are to other people.
It's true. It's true. No, and that's one thing that like I've come to realize. And I was part of this to my mom, but to the other person I was spending is like that's one thing that like I've recently realized. It's like to stop doing that. Stop worrying about what anybody is thinking about you. Period. As long as you know what you're doing is okay, then just fucking do it. Because in all actuality, like that's usually what. It's good. Good.
And you're happy.
Yeah, because I mean, like a lot of times, we're so worried about what other people are gonna think, and we stop, ourselves from doing what we want to do. But even if we did do it, the person in question that we're worried about their judgment doesn't even fucking care, you know. And a lot of times, it's people that we don't even care about too. I do it all the fucking time. Like I said, I mentioned last week is how like I always worry about what people are thinking of what I'm doing in that moment. But I don't care about what people know about me after I've already done it because it already happened. It's only in that moment that I'm paranoid. But like I said, 99% of the time, they're not even thinking about what the fuck I'm doing. So why the fuck am I so fucking worried? You know what I'm saying? Like they're not even thinking about me. But I know I'm not the only one. I know that we're like, everybody. We're always constantly worried about how people are judging us. But it's like, dude, who fucking gives a shit, man? If whatever you're doing makes you happy, it doesn't hurt anybody, then just fucking do it. In a conversation I had with my daughter recently, and I'm actually happy to say this. We are on speaking terms again. My daughter doesn't hate me anymore. So I'm very happy to say that. Um
Right.
I Last week's episode was funny. Matter of fact, I already told her I would never go into details about our conversations, but I can say this. She did contact me before we started the podcast, and then she contacted me after we had already started it, and I had a conversation with her after we finished recording, and that was one thing that did come up. So, I said like we goddamn, I lost my train of thought. Then son of a bitch, I'm fucking high. I know it's something to do with. Son of wait, hold on. What were we talking about before that? Son of a bitch. I hate when that happens. That was a good point too. Are you still good?
Talking to your daughter and not having.
Oh, not hating me. No. That's what it was. That's what I say. Not hating me. That was the only thing I was gonna bring up. No. When we were talking, I said, yeah. I said, when we were talking, I said, okay, well, I'm glad to know that I can stop saying, my daughter hates me on the show because I've had to say that a few times, and she explained, well, I never really hated you. I just, and blah, and she broke it all down, but it was a good conversation, and I am actually happy to say that we are on speaking terms again. It was just funny that like she hit me up before we started the show. I talked to her briefly, and then she hit me up after we started recording. So I didn't read the text until like long after that, and then we had a good conversation, and then it happened again. She texted me like right before you called me, and I was gonna text her back, and I was like, no, let me just wait. That way I can actually like talk to her. Let me just wait till we're done. What the fuck? But yeah, I know I'm actually happy to see that. That like she finally like stopped like ghosting me. What the fuck? Because I was a minute, dude. Like I'm not gonna lie, dude. Like I was like a while. I was like, dude, this sucks. Because I was telling Ray the other day, and I told her several times over, but I mean, not connecting points, but a very important point. I told her all the fucking times. You know what? I understand that at some points you're not gonna want to talk to me, but you need to never sever ties with anybody. And this is just advice to everybody, by the way. People are a resource. Never sever ties with anybody because you never know. One day you might need a favor, and that motherfucker, even though you can't stand that person, guess what? You're gonna need their help. Stay on the good terms with everybody. You can avoid anybody easily. See it?
I said that's their expertise.
Mm-hmm. You can avoid anybody that you cannot stand easily, but always stay on good terms because you never know. You can't stand the person. Hey, you don't gotta hang out with them. You don't gotta fucking see them all the fucking time, but don't sever ties. You never know. And I tell my daughter all the time, hey, I'm your dad. I'm always gonna be there for you. I'm the one resource that will never ever say no to you. So do not cut me off. Trust me on this. I know. Okay, I can say that. My dad, yeah, not so good about that shit. But my mom is one of those, my mom was one of those people. You know what I'm saying? Like I've never been on bad terms with my mom. But I mean, like in that sense, it's like she's somebody that I know that I can go to. Ray is a great example. And so I brought it up to him because he came up with a conversation about when shit happens with my car or the fuck, who do you call? I said, I call you. He says, why? Because you're reliable, motherfucker. Is it you? And I call you, and what do you say? Call my dad. And say, why did I call your dad? Why? Because he responds. You know what I'm saying? That's why I always respect for your dad. That's why I keep you in my circle. And then that's why I said that. I said, hey, I said, people are a resource, even if you can't stand the motherfucker. And Ray, give me a look. Are you talking about me? Yes. I was directly talking about you. Even if you can't stand the motherfucker, do not
Right?
stay on bad terms with them, because one of these days you're gonna need a favor. Trust me, I've asked Ray for plenty of favors, and you know what? He's always come through. That's why I stay on good terms with Ray. Don't get me wrong, Ray is my best friend. Ray is my best friend. I know he'd be there for me regardless. But again, I put up with this bullshit because again, when I have needed help, him and or his dad, guess what? They come through. You know? That,
Yeah, I mean, in our history, since you've been over there, they've been clutch.
yeah, definitely.
You know, you hit a tight spot. You know, whatever. Well, it's with your vehicle and stuff like that. Because I mean, that's your work.
Yeah.
That's your livelihood and shit. They've been clutch. They come in.
Yeah, definitely. You know. So it's up to everybody, man. So, dude, like I understand, I mean, sometimes, people can be pieces of shit. This is the reality. You gotta deal with their bullshit. But sometimes you meet those people, guess what? They actually have value. Hey, put on a show, man, kiss their ass a little bit. You don't gotta fucking
asshole, but he can fucking fix anything.
Yeah.
And it's like, what? It's like, yeah, he can fucking do anything. Why do you think he's an asshole? Because he knows he can fucking do anything.
It's true. Real quick tip for the ladies out there, or any of our gay listeners that happen to be dating a masculine man, that can do shit, around the house. The easiest way to get your man to do anything for you, and this is not a joke, for the record. This is not, all jokes aside. If any of you want to get your man to do anything for you at all, stroke his ego. Tell him, hey, you're really good at doing this. Do you think you can help me out with this? He will not only offer to help you, he'll say, you know what? I can do that for you. You know why? Because that's what he feels good about himself. I can do that. Yeah, I can do that.
Mhm.
It's true. It's true.
Stroking the ego is a lot. Was it better than stroking the dick?
It's true. Like, okay, like I honestly,
sometimes,
unfortunately, when it comes to women, I cannot say if it works all the time. I know that it works some of the time. When it comes to psychology, I'm very good at the field, but I only fully understand men. In that reference, I always say that men and women are not that much different. In that reference, I don't know. Some women do like their ego stroke, but not all of them. So I can't say that it always works. Some women do.
Compliment them, you can't anything.
Yeah, it's true.
You're just buttering them up.
Yeah, no. Oh, I'm okay. Do me a favor, repeat that. You said in Buffalo. I heard what you said, but do me a favor, repeat that. So I have a good response to that.
Yeah, well, I mean, women. With the ones that I've come across, you can't compliment them or you can't whatever anything because they automatically think that you're either trying to butter them up for something or you did something wrong and you're trying to make up for it.
Okay.
So.
Okay, really quick, and we're gonna go ahead and start shutting it down. Just a really quick psych lesson to all of our listeners out there. Based on what what Joey just said, if you are dating anybody that falls in that category, again, male or female, because some gay men act that way too. That is based on their history. Okay, that's based on how they were raised, how they were brought up, by their parents and or previous relationships of people they've dated in the past. That's how you read that, by the way, because you can still use the ego stroke. You can still use that. All you have to do is just look into their background. If the reason they do not like compliments is because of maybe a shitty relationship they've had in the past, or maybe their parents didn't support them, or they only did when they wanted something from them, that's what you do. Figure that out and then find a way around that. So no, it's because, you know what I'm saying? like make them really feel appreciated. No, it's because you really are really good at this. That's why I really wanted you to help me out with this. I'm not trying to teach people how to manipulate people, but I kind of am. I'm gonna leave it at that. That's all I'm gonna say about that. Sorry. Fuck. I realized what I was doing. I realized what I was doing is like in my head going, and for the record, and then this is not a joke. I am like borderline schizophrenic. Like I have like a whole bunch of people living in here. And right now, while I was stating that out loud, there was a voice in my head going, "You know, you're teaching people how to manipulate people, right?" I'm going, "Oh, yeah, I am, aren't I?" Yep. So I had to give that out as a disclaimer. But even giving the disclaimer, going, you know, you're lying while you're fuck. You know, yeah, you know, okay, fine. I'm teaching you how to manipulate people. That's just one example, and it's a beneficial one. It's a good one. It's a good one. I mean, you're making the person happy. You make the person happy. The job gets done. Everybody wins, right? Just don't. But sorry. Number one rule. I forgot to say this one. Never, ever tell them that's what you did, because you'll fuck everything up and you'll never get away with it ever again. You'll never get away with it ever again. The moment they find out you're stroking their ego, they're always gonna remember that first time you did it, you motherfucker.
And you won't be able to, even if you are being genuine.
Yes, it's true.
They will never believe you
ever again. Ever again.
Nope, they will not. They will not.
And this okay.
You never do anybody anything that you do to them, because also that you're gonna create one of those people that doesn't trust anybody, that doesn't nothing. Because one time this motherfucker fucking at work, he was just yelling, always, man, you make the burgers so good. And then I found out he was just fucking doing it because he didn't want to fucking make that fucking hamburger and this and that. And fuck that shit. You know what? You can get your own goddamn ice, bitch. And it's like, what the It's like, you know, or like, make me a drink. And it's like, because you make them good. And it's like, hell nah, bitch, you just don't want to make it yourself. And it's like, no, bitch, like, you make it good. It's like, nope. Because one time this motherfucker fucking whatever, and then he told me it was just because he didn't like having to grill the onions or something. He didn't like the way the
in detail. In detail.
You know, and motherfucking bitch ass nigga, like oh shit.
Good.
You know, I kind of sound like a certain whatever because those are the ones that I've heard it from. But like,
it's funny. No, I'm like, see, like these aren't fucking jokes. These are testimonials. These are recaps of situations that have happened.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
I'm not making shit up. Like shit. No, it's fucking conversations. Like, what the fuck? It's like hell no.
But
like, and what's funny is that female. It's just that's the whatever. It's coming.
But real quick, last thing I want to mention, then we'll go in and shut it down if we're running kind of late. As this is important. Actually, I'm glad I remembered to bring this up. And based on just that, it's a good segue. Communication. That's ultimately what it comes down to. It's just communication. You know, like talk to your partner, talk to your friends, talk to whoever it is that you have to deal with on a regular basis, or at all for that matter. Always make sure that you're on the same page with literally everything that you have to deal with that person with. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to know every detail going on in their life. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're actually dating that person romantically, like you don't have to know everything about that person. Just know the important shit and make sure you know the important shit. You know, like example, like if you're dating somebody, you know, and you're in a relationship with somebody, it doesn't matter if you just started out, you've been with each other for a couple of months, a couple of years, you're married, several years. Every once in a while, if you're not already doing it, ask them, hey, by the way, how are you doing? You'd be surprised the answer you get or the response you get, depending on how often you ask that question. Because guess what? They actually want you to ask them because they're with you. Now, work, business, coworker, whatever the fuck. You ask them how they're doing, you do it in passing, whatever the fuck. But if it's somebody that's actually like, a hard worker, they do their shit right, ask them how they're doing. You know why? Because guess what? Respect. Hey, this person actually cares enough to ask me how the fuck I'm doing. They might give you an elaborate answer, they might not. But either way, they're gonna like knowing the fact you cared enough to ask what they're fucking doing. But the important part, because now you don't know this person personally, the important part is to actually at least pretend like you give a shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Last one, person in passing. Somebody you see at a gas station or somebody you just met. Ask them, how are you doing? That person's gonna give you the least amount of information, period. You know why? Because they just fucking met you. They don't know you. But same thing. Ask them, how are you doing? With intent. Actually mean it. You know why? Because that person, you don't know that motherfucker. But you know what? Maybe it's the person at the gas station, maybe it's the person at the party. You just made that person's day. You know why? Because they've been waiting to hear that all fucking day. That's it. How are you doing? 4 words can make a person's day, make or break. It's crazy how that works, right? As long as you fucking mean it. As long as you fucking mean it.
Remember when we were younger, we used to have commercials about that shit.
Did we? I don't remember.
Remember it was like just telling somebody hello?
Oh, yes. I do remember that. Yes, I do. Matter of fact, even Robin Williams and Patch Adams did that. He did an experiment about called the hello effect. Just running up to people, hello, or like just greeting people randomly, like on the street, and watching the reactions, and the response is always like positive. It was always like, that was nice. It's like, yeah, exactly. Like I that's why every time I pick up a delivery from DoorDash, I always say thank you to the employees, and I always say have a great day, have a great day, have a great day. Even if they don't hear me, when I go to the grocery store or the gas station and buy beer or for groceries, whatever the fuck, I always tell the attendant, the last person that I see, have a great day, because I genuinely want them to have a great day, even if they don't hear me. I'm putting that positive energy out there because I hope they have a great day. And if they do hear me, that much better, because they know for a fact they heard me say it, and nine times out of 10 they say thank you, you too, or along those lines. They always respond back. If they hear me, they always respond back, and I love that because then boom, back and forth, people helping people. It makes my fucking day. I made their day, they made my fucking day. I think it's crazy, like right now there's so much shit going on in the world right now, and I keep on constantly trying to tell everybody to not ignore it, because we need to focus on everything. At the same time, though, it is possible. The way we need to balance it out, though, is to also focus on all of the good, the positive. You see what I'm saying? That's how we balance it out. I understand there's so much crap going on in the world right now, but at the same time, though, despite all that shit, we all still have the ability, easily, the choice, better put, the choice to still be good to each other. And if we all did that, a lot of this bad shit would little by little just go away. So eventually it would just all fucking be gone. I know it's wishful thinking. I know it's not going to happen in our lifetime, but a boy can dream. And when you really, really think about it, putting out nothing but positive energy all the fucking time. Every once in a while we have bad days. I know, I get it, I understand. But in the midst of all that, still try to keep a positive aspect on things. Do you really think that would bring about any worse or better? I think in the overall, people would see you doing that, follow examples. You know what? That person, even when they're having a shitty day, they're still in a good mood. Why can't I be like that? And people follow suit. I've seen it. I've done it. And people do follow suit. Don't get me wrong. Sometimes it's not as easy as it sounds. Sometimes it sucks. But more times than not, when you constantly carry yourself as a positive person, some people will find you annoying. It happens. But other people will find you as like, you know what though? I mean, I kind of like they're always in a good mood, you know, because after a while they get to know you and they realize, oh shit,
Yeah.
this person is not a happy person. They just found a way.
Yeah.
They found a way to deal with life and just be happy and find the positive in everything. And you look at your shitty life and realize your shitty life ain't as shitty as theirs. And all of a sudden now you're happy. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Look again. Last time, and then we'll start shutting it down. Look at Ray. For those that don't know, Ray was a pro skater for 20 plus years. He was an amazing fucking skater, man. The motherfucker was an architect. He built his own fucking skate park. This guy did shit that literally took years to fucking master. Okay. I used to love to watch his skate videos. I used to love to watch him in person. I used to love when I lived with him, watching him in his fucking backyard with his fucking quarter pipe and his fucking rail and everything else with his buddies. He did some shit that I've never even seen, I ever even thought possible. A few years ago, he was in a very violent car accident. He was very angry. His grandmother passed away, and he got a very bad car accident. He was in a coma for just over 2 weeks. No, just under 2 weeks. And caused him a brain injury. Now his mobility is minimal. You know, he has his little moments. You know, he can't think straight sometimes. He stumbles a lot. This motherfucker has genuine reasons to fucking hate and just give up on life. This motherfucker is way more positive on a regular basis than I am, and I am on any given day. Every single time I see him. I swear to God. Don't get me wrong. He has moments, somebody pisses him off. He's fucking pissed. That's it. Doesn't go and fix that shit. I leave when that happens. But more times than not, I have way less reasons to be pissed than he does, and yet he's still in a way better mood than I am on a regular fucking basis. Just saying, folks. Yeah. You know, no matter how bad you got it, other people have it worse. And when you look at those people and see how they're dealing with it, you realize, holy shit, they're handling it way better than my life. That really isn't that fucking bad. Maybe I should stop being a fucking bitch. Stop complaining and just fucking deal with it and be happy for what I fucking got. Doesn't that make more sense? Be happy with what you got, folks. There's always gonna be somebody that has it way better than you do, but there's always gonna be somebody that has it way fucking worse. Let's remind ourselves of that one for a change. You know, stop caring about the fucking the haves. Let's fucking look at the have-nots that are happy, and we're not. You know,
exactly.
That's how I've been this past year, dude. Like I said, I've been in that note. Is, you know, dude, like I don't have a lot to be. I mean, yeah, I have my moments, but you know what? I have a lot to be grateful for, and to be happy for it. Is like, you know what, dude? Like I'm all right. I'm okay.
It ain't that bad.
What?
It ain't that bad.
It's not that bad. I'm not saying my life is perfect, and never will be. But by comparison, you know, I have a lot to be grateful for. I do, and I am always. And I remind people every single day, you know, be grateful, no matter how little or great you have it, be grateful, because nothing lasts forever. I have a tattoo on my fucking arm. Sorry, this one. Nothing lasts forever. You know, enjoy what you got while you got it, because one day you never know. Just like that, it ends, including your life.
Mm-hmm.
That being said, Joey. That being said, though, sorry, Jeff. That being said, is there anything you wanna add before we proceed with our final thoughts?
No, that's it.
Oddly enough, the connection came out really good. I usually get flagged on the YouTube live. It tells me when like my connection's bad. I assumed in the beginning that it was because we're like talking about like sensitive shit. I still think that is why. But this episode, we did not talk about too much sensitive shit. I was keeping a very close eye, and the entire time the connection stayed on good. So I think that we're in the parameters. I think we're good as far as, okay, from here on out, we should be good as far as what I think we know what we can and cannot say on YouTube. That's what I'm trying to say. Because I don't think that we're losing connection. I think that it was YouTube trying to like, hey, stop talking about that. I really think that's what it was. I don't think we're losing a connection at all, because I have good Wi-Fi here. So I'm like, No, I think it was something else.
Mediated or mediated or whatever the fuck that word is.
Yeah, because but this entire episode, like I had no flags at all that like our connection was bad. That we still been recording consistently. We're at 2:39 right now, so we are gonna go ahead and proceed with our final thoughts. This is what we like to call our final thoughts. I'll let Jerry Springer, may he rest in peace. This is Joey's final thought. Joey.
Well, like I started everything, remember, take care of each other, check on each other, be observant, be aware, and also be a little sympathetic with what everybody's going through, always, listen with an open heart and open mind. Sometimes things might not be to your belief, but, everybody just wants somebody to talk to. Just listen to them. Sometimes that's all you need to do. Like we said, ask somebody how they're doing, just check on them or, just, hey, how are you? But yeah, I mean, not everybody's going to tell you what you want to hear. And I mean, that's just part of shit. And not everybody's going to be in the same boat or the same page as you are. But like, just be a little sympathetic and open-minded to everything, because you never know something that you might be against your whole life. Once you actually listen and understand, you might just change your whole world, your whole aspect and stuff. It's just be open-minded and just listen to everybody, because I mean that's the only way you're going to understand everybody, and you're going to understand what's going on and how things work and how things people feel and shit. So, but yeah, just be a little open-minded, more sympathetic, and just everybody's got their own battles they're dealing with, and yeah, just take care of each other. Stay hydrated. Oh no, stay warm because it's cold right now. But yeah, that's it.
Well,
That's my favorite thought. Bye.
well, thank you for that, Joey. That being said, this is Max Power's final thought. I don't have a lot to add to that besides, as always, I agree with Joey. As he said, take care of each other because hey, I mean, all we have is each other. In the end, all we have is ourselves and then each other. And as I stated before, I mean, you don't have to like the person that you have to be around. Those sever ties. People are a resource. I mean, we all need each other. Again, friends, family member, we all piss each other off, at one point or another. But regardless, we're all useful. That's the reality. Never sever ties. Most importantly, though, the main thing that I want to bring up, only because I didn't I tried to bring it up in the show, to check on each other. When we mentioned about when you run into somebody you see all the fucking time, business, friend, coworker, somebody you just ran into, how are you doing? Your people that you've known for a long time, friends, family members you don't talk to in a while, check on them, see how they're doing. Ask them, hey, how are you doing? Haven't talked to you in a while. Like it bugs me that I constantly preach this, and I hope that other people that watch and listen to this podcast take my advice and do ask people that come into their heads how they're doing, because nobody asks me how the fuck I'm doing. I constantly preach on a regular basis, to do that. But very few of my friends and family members, hit me up randomly and ask me how I'm doing, which is okay. But the only reason it bugs me is because I still do. I brought this up to a friend of mine recently, and I'm gonna end on this note. I uh, I said to them, as they brought up somebody that a mutual friend of ours that we had not talked to in a while, and I asked them when was the last time we spoke to them. I said, oh, not in a while. I said, you should hit them up, see what they're doing, see what they're up to. And they more or less knew how they were doing, what they were up to, which is fine. It's, yeah, but I mean, you haven't talked to them in a while. Hit them up and just ask me, hey, how you been? It's been a while. How's things going? How's the wife? How's the family? Where the fuck? Because that person, you might make that person's day. Be like, oh my god, I haven't heard from you in so long, dude. Like, wow, how are you doing? And then you fill them in. Next thing you know, you're talking for like a couple of hours. You know what I'm saying? There are friendships or bonds that we create with people that time goes by and we think that they get buried with time, but that's not the case. Those bonds are for life. Matter of fact, I talked to my friend Danny, who's a longtime friend. I've known him longer than Ray, only by a couple of years. Hit me up on my birthday, texted me. He had been drinking. We ended up talking for like a couple of hours, just texting back and forth. And it was crazy. I hadn't talked to him in literally years. And it felt so good. And I probably won't talk to him again in another few years. But it just proves how strong that bond is because we haven't talked in a while. Doesn't mean I don't still love you. That's all I'm saying, folks. The bonds that we create with people, in a lot of cases, most cases, they're for life. Every once in a while, that person pops in your head. Pull out your fucking smartphone because it's that fucking easy. Look them up. Hit them up. They might respond right then and there. They might respond in a week. But either way, ask them, hey, how the fuck are you doing? How the fuck have you been? What have you been up to? I miss you. Fucking love you. Get back to me whenever the fuck you can. Bye. That being said, this has been Don't Be So Sensitive with Joey Max Power. I'm Max Power. Here's my co-host.
Joey, motherfucker.
You're always safe out there. But more importantly, be grateful.